What's up? I'm Captain Hispanics. Today we're going to be streaming something a little bit different. I came across this randomly. There's holiday gift guides from Siskel and Ebert from like the 80s and 90s. And boy, is it kind of funny and weird and retro. So yeah, let's take a look. We're going to start with 87. I think that's the earliest they did it.
Roger was 10 and a half. The show was CBS's Winky Dink and You, hosted by Jack Barry. And once you sent away and got your Winky Dink
All right,
kit,
I think we're good.
included some special plastic to cover the TV set. Always remember to put that on, kids. They always forgot, and parents went nuts. And you got 4 special crayons and a cloth to wipe the screen clean. Anyway, you could play Winky Dink by drawing, for example, missing features on the faces of Little Winky's family album.
Okay.
You know, I have a confession to make. I've never seen Winky Dink. I was too old.
I've never seen this either.
Yeah. Did you have a kit when you were a kid?
Yeah, Jack's going to tell me what to do right now.
Fine. And let's draw eyebrows on Aunt Martha, just above her eyes. Any sort of eyebrows you think she should have.
Right, so apparently this is the thing. I never heard of this before.
Line over each eye. That's fine. Very
guess
good.
You put plastic over your TV and then draw on it. Wow.
Gene, those are probably the worst eyebrows
Oh my
I
God.
have ever seen.
That's so creepy.
Check out a mirror sometime. Now, Winky Dink
Oh,
and You
burn.
and a lot of other old shows are available on videotape.
See, like, look at that.
or
It's so
gift.
weird,
If
man.
you want to know how to order them, we'll tell you later in the show. I think this is going to be a cult gift item. I would love to get this as a gift.
And you know, another
I
thing,
don't know
this
about
is
that,
probably the
Siskel.
cheapest gift because this piece of acetate cost about 15 cents.
And add a quarter for this grease pencil. I'm telling you, the cheapest gifts are sometimes the best.
Yeah, I'll throw away the toy, play with the box. But you know, the basic idea of Winky Dink and of the Etch-a-Sketch
Winky
boards
Dink.
has been developed into a Christmas gift. This Christmas
Okay, so
called
this
video art.
this is where I
And
watched.
what
I
this
stopped
is
after
an
this.
electronic coloring book
What's up,
that
Psyche
allows
Day?
kids to draw pictures in
Look at
color
this.
on the television screen.
AVGN
For
did an
example,
episode of this.
Here, I push it. It's
This thing is
on.
garbage. It's
There we
LJN
There we
console.
go, right there. I choose another color, such as yellow. Push in on the joystick, and look at that, Gene. Look at that. Great art there.
That's beautiful. You drew a line.
Yes, I did. That's,
This is like the old Etch-a-Sketch.
yeah, you think that...
And you thought my eyebrows were bad.
probably-
What else
Probably
did you
not.
think do?
Well,
I
I've
kinda
got
wanna do
something that I
this
want you to
tonight
do,
for
Gene.
some
I'm
reason.
gonna push in this activity cartridge, and I'm going to start it up
Because this
again.
stuff's fascinating, like
And
this
we're
old
gonna see
technology.
a little girl there, and
Yeah.
you were so good at drawing the eyebrows.
This
on
thing
her
is
hat,
garbage.
so
Yeah,
I wanna see
AVGN
how
did an
well-
episode
I guess
on
we'll
this
have to color
thing.
her in.
All
What
right,
do
let
you
me
wanna
see if
start
I can
with?
color the hat.
Start with her hat. Okay. Here we go.
And it's like,
Push
it's
in
just,
on the top of the
Okay, I'm getting a
joystick.
look
you
at it.
can't even control it.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Look at this. Cubism. Amazing.
I'm getting that. I'm getting some hat, and I'm getting some ears.
That's right. And can you imagine how long it would take you to get the nose and the eyes and the teddy bear? This is a very hard toy or program. I tried to use it yesterday.
It's garbage.
And even if you get good at it, the results look crummy. The joystick is a crude instrument to draw with. It's not just that Mr. Siskel is an inept artist, and there was no way that any kid is ever going to draw a picture that looks even half as good as the one on the box.
Can you imagine
I
getting
think
this
would be
thing?
a very frustrating toy to get a Christmas
I would say I'm
Right?
rather frustrated. Look at what I've drawn.
psychiatrists would have a lot of fun with that.
Here's the real
Oh.
one. Look at this. They got a dog jumping out of the set. This suggests that you can do 3D.
They call it
You
a
think kids
toy.
would really take
You
that
can't
literally?
even do 2D.
Would kids take that literally?
I think so. I would.
It's so funny. I was watching
Well,
a
in
little
that
bit of
case,
this last
we don't
night,
recommend video art. I
You
guess.
bet.
Oh.
and they
Well,
call
later on, we're gonna
NES,
go and search for the best possible
they don't call it
video
a system, they
pictures
don't call it a
that you can get on
console,
your
they call
TV.
it,
And coming up next,
oh, what
we're
do they
gonna move
call
from
it?
our toy store here into our video shop and look at gift tapes for older viewers.
not even a machine, like they refer to it in such a weird way.
Continuing our tour of the Siskel and Ebert Holiday Gift Guide Shopping Mall here, we've come over to visit our friendly local video store.
Video
And we
store.
have some ideas about some new and fairly offbeat videotapes and discs that might look good under the Christmas tree. Now, I want to start with 3 music videos, 3 very
All right, we'll
different
skip ahead a
kinds
little
of
bit. We don't
music.
really care about this.
First, a new series called Swing, Best of the Big Band, that has assembled rare old short
Tapes. Here are 3 that I can recommend. First, and this really surprised me, is Christy Brinkley's cover.
Nope. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's an ad? Ah. Oh, creepy. It froze up on me. Come on, show me the ad. WandaVision.
10 and a half. The show was CBS's Winky Dink and You, hosted by advice about the very tough job of quitting.
Okay.
Going after duck. His gun misfired. He was blind, but he had instinct as to where to throw the baseball.
What?
Instinct.
Skip
From
that.
$59.95 to $29.95. Sound like
95. My next home video choice is a sleeper.
All right, we don't care about this stuff. I want to see technology.
electronic, so-called hardware, such as video recorders,
Hardware.
electronic attachments, or add-ons. And one of the most intriguing pieces of hardware that I have found now available is a VCR, a video cassette recorder, with a built-in barcoding mechanism. Barcoding is a device in supermarkets that electronically reads those little lines on products and tells the cash register the price, you hope. In this case, you use a separate
We know a
wand.
barcode
I've
scheme.
got one here.
Wand. He called it a
It
wand.
has pre-printed codes for all the days of the month, hours, and
It's
minutes.
magic.
And
It's
all
a
the
magical
possible
wand.
codes. And then you transmit that information to the VCR itself. I will now demonstrate. For example, I will turn it on. And here's my favorite program. It's on Saturday. And it starts at 10:30. And it ends at 11 o'clock. It signals me when I've made my connection, and it's on channel 2.
In Chicago, why, that would be our show.
You got it,
So
big boy.
that's one way to
And
program
now
your
I turn it
VCR
around,
is
I
to
point this at the VCR,
scan the
and
barcode.
up comes, see there, look. Saturday,
Amazing.
10:30 start, 11 p.m. finish, channel 2, our show. Every week it reminds me to watch it.
This is fabulous because you're so clever with electronic gadgets that if they had a VCR
Gadgets.
with one button, you would want the button to have a tiny voice that said, push me, push
You got
me.
it. As I was just going to say, this is a lot easier to operate than most VCRs on the market today. It's designed to help mechanical clouds like me who have never, ever been able to pre-record on their VCR. Panasonic has a
It's
list
funny
price
because
of about
programming
$525 on this
VCRs
item, which is about 65
was
more
always,
than
like,
a comparable
a challenge
machine
for a lot of
without
people.
Barcoding. So the barcoding thing is 65 clams. The next step in this technology is
Remember
to incorporate
the
all
guy
of
that
these
barely
items
did anything to
with
Thanos
dates
in the
and
final
into
fight?
one single barcode. And here we have something kind of special. A Japanese magazine like TV Guide, see that little logo?
Vaguely.
And they have barcodes, in a few cases, for special shows. All you'd have to do is just go wipe it like this across, and you would instantaneously barcode.
Wipe it.
Right here we got a little
Amazing.
Paul Newman movie. And maybe this will come to America someday.
The only problem is TV Guide would be the size of a phone book. Now let's get down to the bottom line, the video picture itself. Right now the home video market is dominated by the common VHS video format, but there are two
VHS.
kinds of home video systems in the stores this Christmas season that produce much better pictures and much better sound
DVD?
than anything you may have seen in home video before. They are Super VHS.
Super
we have a brand new
VHS.
Super VHS machine right here. Super VHS still uses special cassette tapes.
I've never heard of
And
that.
Here's a Super VHS demonstration tape. Of course, it's only going to look as
Ooh.
good as your set will allow.
It's not VHS. It's Super VHS. Never even heard of that. It sounds
Gene,
super.
you and I saw a demonstration
Right?
of this. What do you think?
Roger, I was amazed at the quality. There wasn't a lot of bleeding. It was lifelike. I would want this. If I could afford it, I think it's about $1,200 list
That's right.
price. I would buy it. This is really high
$1,200?
quality.
I was impressed, too. It's a terrific picture.
Yeah.
There were
In
details like the
1987?
bark on a tree,
Yeah.
the details in a flower I'd never seen on a video picture before. It's great, but there are a couple of problems with Super VHS. One of them is you've got to have a monitor or TV
One of
set
them
capable
is
of receiving
it's
a Super
$1,200.
VHS picture. That can cost you money if your old TV set won't do it. The other problem, there are no movies now available in Super VHS format.
Oh, that's a
But
problem.
There will be, and in the meantime, a Super VHS
Hell
machine
no.
will play your old ordinary VHS
Oh, it's
movie.
backwards
So if you're buying a
compatible.
new VCR,
Okay.
get Super VHS, then your machine won't be obsolete. But there's another choice in the stores right now, and
DVD.
this one is all set up and ready to go. It's LaserVision. Now, LaserVision doesn't play from cassettes.
LaserVision?
It plays from discs, and it's based on the same technology.
Oh my God, look at the
as
size
the
of that
ordinary
disc.
little compact disc that people have, so that the sound is a whole
Damn.
lot better on
It's like the-
LaserVision.
it's like the
than
size
on
of a
anything
vinyl
else,
record, yo.
including Super VHS. You put it in like
Look at the
this.
size of that
You
thing.
push it in the other way.
I've
Of
never
course,
seen
I
that.
can't make
No, just
anything
push it
work.
this way,
There you
big
go.
guy.
You don't push it physically, Gene. You're supposed to push the button, and then
That's
you
it.
push it like this.
Yeah,
and
that
it
thing's
plays.
more expensive than a really efficient, right? And no movies are even on Super VHS at that time, so it's like garbage.
The advantages of LaserVision are picture that's
LaserVision.
almost as good as Super VHS.
Is that a superpower,
sound that's
LaserVision?
better or at least equivalent, and thousands of movies and concerts and operas already available on disc. So it's a lot cheaper, too.
When I listened to this LaserVision, the thing that impressed me...
I've never heard of
was the
LaserVision
sound.
Laserdisc.
It's spectacular. So I recommend
So
it.
there are two alternatives to ordinary VHS.
Both are
of them
great.
superior. Later on, we'll review classic videos now on sale from TV's golden age. But coming up next, the moment we've been dreading, Gene and I are going to show you the first films that we've ever directed. Okay, well, why don't you play this Pixel Vision? Little camera that Gene is holding, and then this monitor here, which is also included, and the entire package.
Garbage
sells
with a
for
pricey price.
$225. They hope
right?
it's going to be a big item at Christmas time for kids. It's certainly a fairly expensive item. What's interesting is this little camera operates on batteries, and it records not on videotape, which is expensive, but on this cheap audio cassette tape. And there's Gene, the cameraman, moving in for a big close-up.
Look at the size of that screen.
Of course, the only problem is, all it records on audio tape, it looks like it records on masking tape. It's not a real good picture, but nevertheless, Gene and I have taken advantage of this situation because for the last 20 years, we've been reviewing other people's movies.
The video's
and
all
so
weird
this
right now.
weekend, we took home a Pixel Vision camera so that we could make our own movies, and we're going to premiere them right now. Neither one of us has seen the other's movies, and you're really looking forward to reviewing mine, aren't you, Gene? Yes, he is, yes. And then I'm going to get an opportunity to review his. So now the world premiere.
No, I don't really.
Yeah,
I know
that's
that.
the
And then I wanted you to be back. Paying in increments of $1,000.
Oh my God, that's creepy.
Beginning tomorrow. Thank you.
Nightmare fuel.
Well, you're laughing. You must have liked it.
Very clever, Gene.
Oh, I
Very
see Duck
clever.
Hunt.
And you know the thing I like the best is your decision.
I mean, that one
well,
unbroken shot
yeah.
is a funny bit.
Yeah, but mine.
And all I did was
I
just
saw
move
Duck
it
Hunt.
slightly to
So
get
what do
that
you think?
margin.
$225 for the kids?
When did the NES come out? This is 1987 right now.
Because,
Was
I
it
mean,
like?
that's a lot of money. You can
Was it
get
84?
a used camera, which these kids are so adept at operating, for not that much more money.
Yeah, but of course the tapes are a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
It's clever though. It is clever.
Hey, listen, if you got a lot of money, go for it.
It's fairly simple, and I think that any
83,
kid bright
okay.
enough to want a camera like this.
In Japan, I think it was 84 or 85 in the
So I
U.S.
think you're probably right. Okay, let's move on to another one of the hot items that they're going to be selling in the Christmas store, in the stores this Christmas. This is the Nintendo Entertainment System, and this is about $189, not much cheaper. Toys, remember when toys were $1 or $2?
Yes,
Amazing. You got
we got them, too.
A Slinky, you know, or a gyroscope.
That's not
or something.
expensive.
We're going to now play this. It has a game in it called Duck Hunt. This is the
Duck Hunt.
This is the console here. You plug in the Duck Hunt. You push this button, and
What's he gonna call the zapper? The light gun.
Okay, you got
Here I go.
three
Okay.
shots to hit 2 ducks coming up.
3 shots to hit 2 ducks. There's my dog. He's looking for the ducks.
Here they come.
Okay,
Get
here they
ready.
come. I got one.
No, you didn't get any.
You
I
didn't get.
didn't
get any. Zero,
Okay,
big
wait a minute.
boy.
Oh, there he is. He's laughing.
Here
at
come
me.
2 more
Here we
ducks.
go.
Did you calibrate
You
the
did not get any?
zapper?
I got one.
Okay. Now, we do not endorse
duck.
killing ducks, even visual ducks.
No, we don't. No.
Even visual
Okay,
ducks?
you got one.
I got 2.
Okay.
You can't even kill fake ducks?
Thank
2
you.
ducks. Big deal. Okay. Okay.
Got 'em
now-
all.
Okay, now I want to ask you
Cisco's
something.
good.
Yeah.
Right now
Yeah.
on the show, because we rehearsed this just a second ago.
Yeah.
You've never missed a duck yet.
Yeah.
Now, you told me there was a secret to the game.
There is a secret to the
What
game.
is the
I figured
secret
it
to
out.
the game?
Look
I
it.
haven't been able.
All right, I went to military
Oh,
school. I know how to
great.
shoot, and here's what you do. You aim a little bit below where you think you should aim. Aim a little bit below and look
Hot
through the
hot tip.
crosshairs. These are crosshairs.
Yeah,
So then you can never miss, okay?
So what do you think
I'm going to
about
make a great soldier, but you know...
For $189, what do you think?
Well,
What
I
about
don't know how many
Mario?
games You get
Well,
with
you
this
get
thing.
2 games, comes in the box. You can buy some other games and plug them in.
I'll only tell you this.
Just not
The
gonna talk
shooting
about
of the
Mario?
duck hunt was fun to do. This is probably one of the games that we enjoyed playing the most.
One of the funny things is these video games are back in the market again. It was about 6 or 7 years ago the video games were hot.
The crash.
Then they kind of dropped out of sight, and now it's kind of like Snow White. You can bring it back every 7 years. There's a
I
new
saw a
market
live
for
stream
it.
now,
This is
supposedly a
basically what
Roblox
that is.
currency
Okay.
giveaway. What
Now
they're
we have
actually
another
doing
toy
is that
that
they're
we wanna
looping a
review.
pre-recorded
It's
clip.
Sega
I've seen that
Master
before. Fake
System. And
donation,
this
they
is
tell
a
you want to
major
stick to the end.
competitor of the
Show 'em
Nintendo
for- I've seen
Entertainment
those.
System. Both of them work in
Oh,
basically
Sega.
the same way. You get a console like this that
I've
you
seen
plug
those,
into
and
the
it's
television set.
horrible.
You get little game cartridges that you stick in.
Yeah, that's
And in this
terrible.
case, you can also get 3D glasses.
That should
Can
be
you try
illegal.
this out?
Yeah, 3D
What,
games
3D
are the
glasses?
biggest thing that they're selling this year.
3D
And of the
games?
3D video games on the market, the best that I could find, and the best that I played with, was the one played with the Sega Master System. It's expensive. The system starts at $100. Then, if you want to play 3D, you got to get the glasses. The glasses are $50. And then the game cartridge
It's funny
itself
because
is
3D
$40, so it gets
and
expensive.
VR
But if you don't
has
wanna play
always
3D,
been
then it's 100 plus 40 for
like
30 for all
businesses
the games.
chasing
I'm
the
gonna play 3D
dragon.
and show you as best I can.
Even
because you really can't see the 3D.
at
but
this
you
time.
watch me play this game. Here are the glasses.
Whoa.
These are glasses.
Okay,
You don't
Jim
get.
McMahon there.
I've
Jim
actually
McMahon.
never, I didn't know there was
see
3D
the
in
movie
Sega
theaters.
Master
Okay, let's start
System.
the game and let's
Yes,
play.
it was. Far more
Okay,
popular
here
in
we
Europe and North America.
Saving humanity.
Oh, there you can see I'm blasting a little bit.
I have never known.
It doesn't look like 3D, but believe it, I guess that between through Gene's glasses, it looks.
Yeah, it does. I'm actually getting a kick out of this. And it's tougher than Duck Hunt. And this is a real 3D effect. Okay, now I'm just punching out.
Okay.
And I'll
I
tell you,
didn't know that
this
was
is
a
not
thing.
bad. I mean, if you want to play 3D, again, I think the whole thing is, this stuff is very heavily priced. If you can afford it, what we're telling you is the best to buy. And I'm saying, of the 3D, Sega Master
I'll tell you
System.
one problem I've always
not that
had. Now, I don't think
expensive.
a lot of kids wear glasses.
Right.
Just like
Didn't know
I
it was
do.
a few.
Hold
Me
those.
either.
Okay. These
Yeah.
are the glasses that you usually get with 3D
Oh,
games.
God.
Now, what do you do with them? You put them on over your ears and then stick your glasses on top of them, or what? You can never.
That's
it's just like
still a
3D
problem
movies.
with
I can't see
VR
anything.
and 3D.
These glasses do fit on over my other glasses, and I was able to play the game.
Right.
People thought that was
Now,
world
there is
changing.
a cheaper
Well,
set on the
no.
market you can play on the Nintendo
It technically
system, but as
was.
Roger said, the paper glasses just don't.
Even
work
back
very
then,
well.
nobody
Coming
thought
up
that
next, one of the
3D or
hottest
VR,
categories
at
in the
least
video market
consumers,
right now,
was good.
Vid. New videos
Like
for
Virtual
kids.
Boy
Kids
didn't
you might
sell at
have, or
all.
kids you might know.
Obviously, I don't think those 3D glasses sold very well. Like, people have always been pretty shrewd and skeptical about all that, but businesses kept trying to still make it happen. And it's only until recently that we finally got the technology that VR is actually
Back to the
good.
video department of the Cisco and Ebert Holiday Gift
not
Guide
perfect,
Mall.
but it
And
is
Roger,
good.
There may be a blue light special. Hang around. You could
3D
pick up
still
a bargain,
sucks.
big boy. And now we come to one of the hottest selling segments of the video market. If you have a child in your life, yours or someone close to you, you'll want to take down some of the names of some of the best video available for kids. Let's start with music videos for children under the age of 4.
Let's
Great
not.
competitor, Max Fleischer. And it's like being read to out of a picture book. The drawings are good,
Yes, they are
and
very
the voices are good.
Well, particularly that Jack Nicholson
Yeah.
voice. A sample from Teddy Ruxpin in Escape from the
Teddy
Treacherous
Ruxpin.
Mountain.
Holy crap. Is that Gem in the holograms?
Later,
think it
aren't you
is.
John Aston? Or this person knows who you are.
I happen to have a tape on an artist that I enjoyed playing and seeing him at work. Let's get these wonderful people we have on this planet before they die and interview them.
And
I want
doctors
those
and nurses and school teachers.
What is this?
Thing here so you can stretch something and build your muscles up before, while the snow's still on the ground. My first reaction,
Yeah.
my first reaction was to dismiss this video and suggest that if kids want to learn how to play Little League Baseball, they should go out and play Little League Baseball. But then as I watched this video, I started thinking about how I loved to read how-to sports books when I was a kid, mainly because they fed my fantasies about how I was hitting the home runs instead of the kid in the book. You know, young Babe Ruth, that's me. Young
And
Lou
this was
Gehrig,
called an
that's
entertainment
me
system
too.
instead of a video game
Here's the scene
system.
where they
Yes.
explain-
Williger.
And it was
Thank you very much.
sold to
Here's the scene where they
businesses
explain how to
as
get
a
on base.
toy.
As your
It
hands
wasn't
reach the
sold
plate,
as
throw
a
them to the
video
ball.
game
The
system.
bat will swing into the ball in front of the
Nintendo
plate.
had to
The
like,
bottom hand is facing down.
Nintendo had to kind of
They
basically
buy,
lie.
sell, and trade their tapes and films.
Is still made.
For $32,000, I will give you
It's like music from Psycho now. You know, we used to think, ding, ding, ding. It's heavy-duty music. It's much more threatening than I remember. Help to Lady Lovey-Locks, who's looking for her.
You see?
Kills
You
bugs.
take off this little tape backing here.
What is this?
And then you tape it to the back of any remote control zapper on your TV set.
Zapper,
Work with
remote
anyone.
control
And then,
zapper.
You know what?
What?
You no longer have to point the zapper at the set to make it work.
You can point
no, sir. You can point it anywhere. I can point it up. I can point it down. I can point it behind me. And no matter where I point, the zapper works. Now, in my opinion, the only people who would need
Zapper.
this gadget would be people too lazy to simply pick up their arm and point their zapper at the TV.
Right?
And
Seriously.
People that lazy would certainly be too lazy to go out and buy Zap It. So I think for 25 bucks,
Yeah.
this is utterly worthless. I mean, remote control used to be considered a
I
sign of
know.
decadence. This is decadence
Yeah,
on
that's
top of
that's
decadence.
stupid.
For 25 bucks, you know what they always say. One good tape is worth 1,000 Zappets. And that's our survey
Yeah,
of
see,
the
I never heard of it either.
video for the holiday gift buying season. Our regular
A lot of this stuff I never heard of. Okay, let's go to 88 now. If there is one. 89. It's gotta be. It's gotta be 88, right? What are we in? 87? Let's go to 89, and then maybe we could find 88 from there.
Video gift guide. Gene and Roger's annual survey of the
Let's type it in. There's got to be 88, I would think.
Electronics, video games, home entertainment systems, and their picks for the movies and videos you'll watch.
Hold on. Oh. Let's see. I want to do this in chronological order. We're not going to do all of them tonight. Here we go.
Looks like an ordinary model train, but it's not. There's a TV camera inside. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
There's a camera on a train?
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Welcome to our holiday video gift guide.
Probably a lot of stuff that faded. Yes, that's why this stuff fascinates me. One of the reasons is like, it's just obscure, weird stuff.
And lots of movie gift ideas for the holiday
Plus stuff we know, and it's fun to hear their perspective, like on the NES.
I always wanted a train for Christmas, and one Christmas I got one. I always thought we should have a TV set, and finally we did.
That's why you can't trust giveaways or free stuff in general.
A train set that had a built-in TV camera. It might have been too much for one little kid to handle all at the same time.
Yep.
But that fancy new train set is only one of the
people
new
love to do the giveaways on Twitch.
On the second
Quote,
annual
unquote.
edition of Siskel and Ebert's Holiday Video Gift Guide. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. It is probably the wildest gift offered this year, combining the old and new of toys.
So you put a camera on a train.
Cameras here from Lionel is its RailScope video camera system.
Which
an engine with a
it kind of reminds me of Mario Kart Tour. Is that what it's called? Live Circuit or whatever?
You're the engineer now. Here goes the train. The camera is mounted right on the front.
That's actually kind of neat.
When it comes around here, Roger, I want you to stop it. There's a little horn. Stop the train, please.
Although I've never cared about trains, I don't get the whole train thing.
Okay. Here, right here is the camera, right up there, and this is the train. And actually, it's quite easy to put back because I'm a mechanical clod, and I'm going to do this
Watch
live.
out for the third rail, Gene. Wouldn't want to lose you.
Third rail.
I can't because you don't have it on the third rail. It won't move.
Come on.
Okay. You still don't have it right.
Come on,
You got to
sweetheart.
put the wheels on the rail.
Go, baby.
It's on any game. Overwatch, Fortnite, Roblox, Fall Guys. Yes, the popular things. Yes.
Yeah, I can move it by and chug
I
it
think
through.
especially multiplayer games, I feel like, you know?
Got it on. You go see if I don't have it on. Here, look. See?
Look at these
Yeah,
guys.
hope I don't get an electrical shock.
Yeah, take your time. We only have an hour special here.
Okay, now it should work. Let's see.
If it works, I'm going to die. Thank you very much. The defense rests. Lionel RailScope system, $250 to $350 for these engines, and you also need a human being.
Maybe we have multiplayer games for the most part.
Roger and I
Yeah.
are capable. The
Me
model
too.
you're seeing now is the mid-size O gauge, costing $300.
It feels, I
Obviously,
don't know, it feels
the camera
repetitive
requires you to
and
build a
old.
Great layout for your train to travel through, which is great for Lionel, but it will dent your wallet. But assuming that you can handle the money, if not the train, who is this toy
Yes,
for?
I am
That's my
definitely gonna do
question.
more
The
Friday Night
train
Funkin'.
freak or the video nut. I say it's
Definitely.
for the model train lover because they already have the scenery. A video fan will have to be motivated into building such a train set up from scratch to make this expensive
Maybe
doodad work. Roger still
when they do
can't
one
do
more
it.
week or
Hang
something.
on, I just got a little more to talk about.
Okay.
The bottom line for me on this baby is it's a great gift for the model engineer in your life, but it is not a great gift for a video person.
Now here is the problem with this train because you give it
What do
to
you
a
think of
kid.
what I just said? I just said that this is a gift that would be good for someone who has a model train,
Yes.
but it is not a
Yep.
good gift for a video file. Do you agree with that or disagree?
Well, obviously, I think that's probably true. Because
Thank you very much.
If you had a real neat layout.
Yeah, week
then
4,
this
5,
would
and
be nice
6.
from the engineer's point of view.
That's my point.
But you know what would happen?
Yeah,
if you
I'm
give
staying
this to a
blind
kid?
on those for the most part.
What happens?
I know what they're
the
gonna-
signal
So
goes
I
through
can
the TV
go in
set,
fresh.
Yes.
and you can make a VCR recording of
Dude,
what
that'll
the
be
engineer
around
sees.
650.
The
Oh,
first
what's
thing
up,
any kid is gonna
the
do is
Lu-
stage
Lugia,
a
by the
big
way?
crash where the
Hello?
train goes right off the table and all the way through the living room.
650 now. Did you Google that?
That's
Is that accurate?
$500 of rail equipment up in flames so they can play the video over and over again. You know what I'd like to see them do with this
I
technology?
mean, do you get the whole?
Put it in a model airplane.
Do you get the whole? Oh, that would be cool.
Wouldn't that be
To
terrific?
get the whole train
Birds
set.
of you?
Yeah,
It's
the
not
only
too
question
bad.
is
You
I
did?
think they're
Okay.
gonna go so fast that you wouldn't be able to have the camera focus. It would require a very sophisticated
Wait till
camera,
we
and if you
wait till
don't
they
get
get a
that
load
baby
of
would
drones.
burn,
Oh,
then I
wait till you
don't
guys
think
hear
you
about
understand.
Heck
drones.
of a videotape. Another category of video gift this holiday season is the interactive video game. The game you can play using
interactive video
on your
game
home VCR,
as
and
opposed to
sometimes also
non-interactive.
using a board and playing pieces or some other gimmick. The interactive game I want to play with right now, however, is a play-along version of the popular TV show Wheel of Fortune.
No, you don't.
I
don't think you do.
That works in a couple of different ways. For example, while you're actually watching Wheel of Fortune on TV, the word puzzle on the show itself is loaded into your console so you can try to beat the players in guessing the mystery words. Or you can tape Wheel of Fortune and play it back later, also trying to outguess the contestants. You can also make up your own Wheel of Fortune questions, Gene. You've always wanted to do this. And challenge your friends to try to solve them.
I think one puzzle would be...
How much is it? 50 bucks?
Start the engine. That would be a good puzzle, wouldn't it?
They did a game every week now.
You go right ahead.
This was a couple days ago. Wow, they're picking up steam. Get it? Picking up steam, trains, I don't know.
They're playing.
Oh, there's Vanna.
I'd like to buy a valve, Pat.
That's very important. And then I push enter. See, it says aim at TV.
Yeah.
And now it loads. There's a signal on the TV.
It's kind of neat, I guess.
TV from Wheel of Fortune. They put this signal on underneath Vanna, you know, as kind of the secret signal.
Yeah, I bet.
It loads into this machine.
Yeah.
And now you see, okay, so I put T.
Yeah.
And now on my...
Don't you get a chance?
Yeah, I get a chance, but you see...
You got to wait your turn while the other people are playing.
Oh, first I forgot to spin or something.
Okay.
That's been one of your problems in your entire life.
Enter. Okay, players, number 1. Okay, aim at TV.
Right.
And now it's got 2 T's up there.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yes. And it's supposed to have 2 TVs right here, too.
Can you do anything right?
Wait a minute.
They're terrible with technology, by the way, which is makes it even funnier.
I'm going to turn it off.
I'm going to solve the puzzle.
Turning it on again. I'm entering it. Oh, I can tell you what it is. It's a regular heartbeat, obviously.
Oh, he's good.
I've already seen this one. You saw this. You screened the show.
There he is. Oh, that's it. Anybody can see that. Look at it. It says a regular heartbeat. Come on.
You screened.
Wait a minute. See, look. There's the T's.
I know. I understand.
But you see, when you enter and then you go T.
Let me ask you something. Forget this now. Forget this now. People want advice.
Okay.
You played with this game before. You already looked at
Yes,
the
How much is it?
I played with it, yes.
What do you think? Would you buy it or would you buy it?
Garbage.
See, the problem with this game is it does for you at a cost of about $80 what you can do for free watching Wheel of Fortune.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you sit at home and you're looking and you're trying to gather what the word is.
Right.
And you can do that without this game.
So
you don't need this game.
Right.
Okay,
Unless perhaps you want to make your own puzzles, and then I'm going to stump you with my words, and you're going to stump me with yours.
I think
which would get old real fast.
I think I got the answer that I wanted. Let's keep going.
I must say, in all
still
fairness
staples
to
today.
this
Yes,
game,
they are.
In fact, it does work. I have seen it work. I
Jeopardy's
make it work.
definitely better.
The train won't move, but nevertheless, I know that.
Oh,
I'll
sure.
tell you it
I
works.
know.
On these 2 products
They need.
so far, they're talking about the train for train engineers. You don't need this if you like to play
My vote for the new host is LeVar Burton.
A list of good recent movies
LeVar Burton.
Video, and then a little later in the show, a demonstration of an invention that once belonged to science fiction, the two-way picture phone.
Oh, two-way picture phone.
Do Hollywood
as opposed
stars
to
want for the
one-way
holidays?
picture phone.
Yes, Terry Garr.
Well, I'd either like Giant, because it's the story of this poor guy that becomes rich, or Cinderella, and which is the same thing.
Waytu's characters is from a new grounds game named Pico School. It's a point-and-click old-school game and a new grounds mascot. In Friday Night Funkin', the dad hired a hitman after boyfriend stopped him. That's funny.
Story called DOA, with Dennis Quaid playing a man
hired a hitman.
Has 24 hours to live, find his killer, and perhaps
hitman is Pico.
save his own life.
Yesterday you
Alright, we're gonna skip this.
my life. Today I have no life.
What are you causing?
A very
So we've been getting complaints.
for that picture. Now let's say you don't relish the idea of buying a movie for someone else because you're...
Good morning.
Nope.
See by Federico Fellini. Which
I want technology.
You think I am?
they love to have the last line. That is a great last line.
It's a one
I remember Mama.
rent or buy quite cheaply.
Whoa, what is this? Hold on, hold on.
There are a number of these museums that have opened around the country as we begin to properly celebrate our heritage of vintage television. Speaking of vintage televisions, we have one right here.
It's a TV.
Circle screen, 12-inch, Zenith from 1949.
Look at that thing,
one of the
dude.
good things now about home video is you can rent or buy quite cheaply vintage television shows. And I'm going to start with one from 1949. The first show that I can remember, I was 3 years old, that made an impact on me. It's called Mama.
What's a grass widow? They're looking.
video is Ding Dong School from 1952.
So crazy.
A TV program for kids hosted by Day.
Ding Dong
What's
School.
The value of buying these vintage tapes. Another series that I liked from 1952 as
Man,
well
look at that.
is Ramar of the Jungle, starring.
Do you ever see so many crocs?
Visit the fuzzy, warm moments, and you also revisit the fears, the exciting.
Okay.
Specialized videos that sometimes get overlooked, and this season there are two videos.
TVs they had in 1988 would now be vintage. Oh yeah.
Gift items.
Oh yeah.
The first one has
even in the 90s,
title,
I think.
The Best of Blank. And this is a video by the legendary American documentary filmmaker Les
Sense why he
Blank,
holds
who
a
makes
gun.
films about two things: American music,
Yeah,
and American
being a-
food.
being a
This one
hitman.
features nothing but musical high points from some 20 of his documentaries about regional
Accordion.
and ethnic American music, including Clifton Chenier.
Damn, he's shredding on that thing.
Called Voyager. The Voyager.
It is absolutely mesmerizing. Now here are a couple of more special but effective stretching exercises.
The hell?
Take the arms out to the
Oh my
side,
God.
perfectly straight. Slowly start rolling the hands forward to where the thumbs are facing forward.
Ow.
Gently take them in back of you, trying to keep your hands even with your shoulders.
That's not an easy exercise to do. I tested it out.
Is that an
I've got
exercise?
Underarms now. I still wear a sport jacket. After working out, you will be hungry, so you can cook
Martha
with
Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Holy
Here on
crap.
Pasto tape, among other things, she shows you how to roast peppers.
Put your pepper
Directly on stove?
directly on the gas flame. Keep turning the pepper so that you blacken the skin completely.
I didn't know Martha Stewart was
I
around
happen to
back
like
then.
the appetizers in most
On TV?
restaurants more than most main courses, and this tape shows you how to throw an appetizer party.
The greatest picture I've ever seen, so I'll take that.
Come in and make yourself at home, and I'm going to show you a great home video system.
T-pose. It is a T-pose.
It's not in here because this is the living room, and I'm hardly ever in the living room. I spend about half of my life down in the basement looking at videos. So come right this way, and what you do is turn left at the vacuum cleaner.
Turn left of the vacuum cleaner. Hot takes. Okay.
And look out for the last
I'm not against microtransactions necessarily, or loot boxes. I don't think they're inherently bad. I think they can be bad,
This is a 45-inch
and they probably need regulation,
show you some of my equipment.
but
This is my notion of an
I
ideal
don't
home video system.
think they're
This is a 45-inch
automatically
screen,
bad.
And I wanted a 50-inch screen, but they couldn't get it down the stairs, so they had to take it back to the store and bring the 45-incher. But I believe that anyone with any kind of a large TV screen...
If they went away, I wouldn't be sad about it, but at the same time,
it gives you a lot more definition. Of
it's
course,
more
I have
complicated than
VHS.
some
I
people
have
make it
two machines
out
right
to
here.
be.
I don't have Beta because I think Beta has just about had it, regrettably, in the marketplace.
Aw,
But
Beta.
There's a consolation for that, and that is that LaserVision is so much better than Beta or any kind of tape-based system. This is an example of the kind of Laserdisc machines that are out on the market this Christmas from several different manufacturers. Now, you may have heard of the new Combi players, so-called because they play
Combi?
every
Look at the size of
known
these
laser
discs.
format, CD, CD video, movies on Laserdisc, and so forth.
Oh,
I don't have one of
Combi,
those
like
because all I wanted was movies.
combination.
And so I got this machine that
Look at that
plays
thing.
Laserdisc movies. Look at the Laserdisc. I think they're so beautiful. Kind of looks like
A vinyl
what
record.
they would eat off of in the spaceship in Close Encounters. And
Or that.
you have one disc goes here, and then the other disc comes out here, so that you can load two discs at the same time. You don't always have to be getting up and going over to the machine in order to to work it. And then up here is my receiver. This is the stereo receiver that works for the television, for the VHS decks, and also for LaserVision. And on here I have a lot of nice little buttons I can push. I can have Dolby Stereo, surround sound. I can have stadium sound if I'm listening
Oh my
to a
God, I
concert,
remember
studio
those
sound for ordinary
settings.
movies, simulated stereo for tapes that are in mono, and I can turn it up real loud, which is lots of fun. I have two big floor speakers here in the front.
You got a subwoofer?
And then in the back of the room, I have two speakers up by the ceiling.
I agree.
So I get true surround sound.
they're
When
okay.
I'm listening to a movie like Raiders of the Lost Ark, the sound is coming from all around.
Unless you
and
make
that's
it
a
too
lot of fun.
expensive or
Now, this is
too...
the remote device for
They won't be
LaserVision.
leaving
It's got
unless
a
the
lot of
government
bells and
steps
whistles
in
on
and
it,
regulates
which I'd like to
them.
show you right now.
Some European countries have
You can
already
have a
done
lot of
that.
fun with these LaserVision players if
I
you're
don't
a
know if
movie fan
America's
or
gonna do
somebody who
that,
likes to see how these films are put
but
together
maybe.
and how the special effects works. For example, here I'm going to turn on Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Steven Spielberg picture, and one of the trivia pieces of information.
By the way,
that a lot
Lucia,
of
if you like
LaserVision
Jeopardy,
fans
you should
know
check
is
out
that
some of my
in
Jeopardy
this scene
streams
where
and
Harrison Ford
videos on
drifts
YouTube.
into the snake pit, you can see
We played Jeopardy on NES, Super
reflection of the
NES.
snake's face in a supposedly invisible pane of glass between the Cobra and Harrison Ford. Or at least you think you can see it, and you run it forward, and you run it back, and you freeze a frame, and you freeze another frame, and your friends get up, and they go home, and they go out for sandwiches, and they never come back to your house again, and you're still there backing it up and putting it forward and playing with the special effects, because you can have a lot of fun doing that with these movies.
I told you it would be all right.
Here's a close-up of the little gadget I was playing with.
Gadget.
Backs the movie up or advances it
Look
quickly.
at that. Oh my God, look at that.
More slowly. Here's still frame and chapter search and alternate soundtracks. And this little button right here, Gene, is the one that I used to...
Look at that lag.
...door with.
You don't even have a garage.
But if I did.
All right. Well, now, a lot of people, I have a laser vision machine. I love it. Better sound, better image quality. But people think this is an out-of-date mechanism. That's because of the RCA thing.
Yeah, RCA had a system they advertised all over television that played movies with a needle. It was crummy technology. It's obsolete. It doesn't exist.
Played movies with a needle.
This is essentially a CD that has a whole movie on it. If you understand that principle, you're home free.
Yeah, understand the other principle. Better sound, better visual quality. What more can you ask? Now, what to play on your Laserdisc machine? There are thousands of titles available, including 3 new ones. 80's Frantic from last year. Frantic is an underrated film.
A movie that was
2001. Great movie.
Must be seen in one track. Your director, Martin Scorsese, discussing the film, which is one of his favorites, with Powell, the man who directed it. Everybody heard Wells' famous War of the World broadcast, but it's not.
He looks like Willie Geist.
We hear the famous Wells voice in Radio
Gandhi.
Oh my God, Leslie Nielsen.
I really think that was a fine film.
Is I'm going to call
Oh, hold on.
over the last couple of weeks, looked at a lot of high-priced video hardware.
That was basically a YouTube video review of its time.
Stuff, frankly, we thought was
These guys were progenitors of
or not for us.
a lot of YouTube stuff today.
That I at least thought was useful.
The way they reviewed movies, it was ahead of its time. Also,
what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
I don't know if they were the first, but they would often say, this movie stole 2 hours of my life, which now you hear all the time from movie reviewers. It's funny to hear them say it.
Call my esteemed colleague, Mr. Siskel, on this telephone.
Look at this.
And you see, this machine hooks up with the telephone so that when I get somebody at the other end, what I can do is send a picture of myself to the person
not video,
I'm calling and receive back a picture from the other end. I don't know if Gene's there or not. The phone is still ringing.
Yeah, who is it?
It's your favorite film critic, me. And,
that's not true.
That's not true.
Where are you?
I'm in front of my Visitel telephone, and
it's video.
If you're in front of yours.
I am.
Now, of course, when you send the picture, Gene, there's a 5-second delay in which you can't hear the other person. But what I'm going to do, you see, there's a little television camera in mine.
Would you want that though?
I look in it until I get it just right, and then I push send.
And then.
Oh, look, you're wearing glasses.
Now you can't hear me.
You're wearing glasses.
Okay, now you can see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're wearing glasses.
Okay, but you couldn't hear me.
It is Proto Skype.
That's true. It blanked
or
out
Zoom.
For a second.
Okay.
You're wearing glasses.
Yes, I am. Yes.
You haven't lost any weight.
Thank you.
You have a sweater on and
Damn.
a jacket.
Just as the last time you saw me on the previous segment of this program. Right.
That's right.
Okay,
You didn't
now
change
why
your
don't you
costume.
try to send me a picture? You lean into the set.
Don't send nudes,
I
Siskel.
don't need instructions now. I think I can do this myself.
Okay, fine. You get posed so that we see you in all of your most handsomest possible appearance there.
There he is. What a handsome guy. Look
I never knew this existed.
Look at that smirk. The guy who just won the state lottery, I'm telling you. You know what the great thing about this is that let's say you move to the big city from the small town, mom and dad are worried about how you're doing, you just bought your first pair of store-bought shoes, so you can send that picture and you can say,
look at that back on the
Oh, that noise. Oh.
Okay in the big city. Or if you have a girlfriend on the coast, you can
God,
one of these.
that news cuts.
That's pretty interesting.
And be nice.
That's the shoe there on the left, I believe.
Very perceptive.
Okay,
yes.
now, Roger, let's imagine, and this is an imagination test, that you sent me a gift. Let's say it's a watch that I have, okay?
Right.
I want to show
been in the
you.
mail for a long time.
Yeah, okay, here it is. I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, please with the noise.
Digits on this one.
So they can't actually see the video,
I
right?
hope you enjoy it, Gene.
Okay. Now, I want to tell you, a friend of mine
Only
already has this machine, and he's
still
using it in a legitimate
images?
way, I think. He sent his daughter off to school, freshman year, nervous, cross-country, and he's able to stay in contact with her, see if she's okay. The other obvious test that would...
How much is it, though?
Someone sick in a hospital across the country, far away from you. This is a way to stay in
I'm going to say $200.
Brings back the price.
Probably more than that.
$400 a unit,
$400
for a pair.
$800
Probably discount a little bit, but if you think about it, plane tickets back and forth, this machine is actually worth it. The picture phone comes alive. I think it's great.
Okay.
So I guess we agree
It's
on
like the
this
days
one.
of
Go on,
dial-up
James.
internet. Oh, that's the worst sound in the world, dial-up internet. There's no worse sound than dial-up.
Look at the latest in children's and music videos.
And yeah, it would take you like 10 minutes to download a song.
Yeah, I can really watch those again.
This guy's crazy, by the way. Mel Brooks. Or, not Mel Brooks.
Gene and I usually look at movies, nothing but
Mel
movies,
Gibson.
lots of movies. But for this
Bill from his horse and say,
The hell?
well, you're as naked as a jaybird, partner. Why in tarnation you're running around without clothes?
I had some fun watching my third choice, which is from a series of tapes for Boy Scouts, and it's about how to become a tenderfoot.
Oh my God.
The first aid lesson brought back a lot of memories.
Okay, first thing you have to do is press down hard with your bare hand.
Snap.
And then take your neckerchief
No, wait, you don't have a neckerchief.
Neckerchief?
Grab those 2 pieces of rag. One for the pad and one for the bandage.
And my favorite moment later on is when the guy says, now remember, Scouts, the first thing in first aid is site security. That means you can't help anyone if you're not safe. In other words, don't stand in the middle of the road and get run over while you're putting on the tourniquet.
That's a very good suggestion. I watched the first class tape, and you know, at first I was a little skeptical of it because some of the kids have glasses on, and oh, they're not very trendy, you know, the Scout uniforms aren't all that trendy. But at the end, when they gave out the badges, the real emblems for the first class thing, it was kind of moving, and it was kind of... That tape is called Teen Steam, and she suggests using exercise as a way of diffusing...
Did he just say... he did not say what I think he said. Oh my God, Alyssa Milano. Alyssa Milano's Teen Steam. Okay. Wow. I don't know what to say about that.
Teenagers, here's a really strange exercise tape, hosted by Alyssa Milano from TV's Who's the Boss, leading 2 friends in an exercise program. You can tell she's the star. She's wearing the most revealing outfit.
Siskel. Oh my God.
That tape is called Teen Steam, and she suggests
Why would you
using
call it Teen
exercise as a way of
Steam?
diffusing pressure from parents
It is an
and teachers and
understatement.
friends. But intertwined among the exercise sessions is some hot dancing, which really suggests
Hot
the reason
dancing.
to work out is to get your body in shape for dirty dancing. I'm not so sure who this tape is intended for, but the exercises are legitimate.
Oh, I know who it's intended for, Siskel.
I've always thought I should do
I
an
know who
exercise
it's
tape
intended
in which
for.
First I'm sitting in a chair, then lying on the couch, and then watching some TV. You know.
That would explain a lot of things,
Yes. Now let's take another look at a
I know
popular
exactly
video
who it is.
category,
Okay.
Another video category, music on video. There are a lot of rock concerts available on.
Don't flag me, Twitch.
Video special on tape featuring legendary ladies of...
Don't flag me, Twitch. Kurt Russell.
Orland Park, Illinois.
1989 edition of Roger
Okay.
Ebert's movie.
Well, that was 88. Let's go over to 89, shall we? Let's get away from Teen Steam as quickly as possible. I think that's a good advice.
Video Gift Guide. Gene and Roger's annual survey of the newest trends in home video. With the latest in
God.
electronics, video games, home entertainment systems.
This is
and
great
their
stuff.
picks
I love
for
this
the movies
stuff.
and videos you'll want on your list this holiday season.
Out of the balcony and into the luxuriously appointed All-American Den. Yes, it's the third annual edition of Siskel and Ebert's Holiday Video Gift Guide, an hour-long special where we preview and test drive some of the hardware and the software that might make good gifts this holiday season. And this
1
year,
second
the most
of a
popular
licensed song,
electronic
money
video
gone.
gift under the Christmas
Yeah, I'm not
tree
risking
will
it.
probably be the same as last year's favorite, the Nintendo Video Game System.
This year, Nintendo is reaching out to an adult market with new products
Are
for
they?
home finances, but Gene and I are still catching up with the basic Nintendo system. The popularity of Nintendo systems has made its business so big that toy and department stores apparently
Oh, I know
aren't
that
big
game.
enough to handle the
What's
demand.
that game? I forget
The new
what's called.
franchise system called Captron World of Nintendo is breaking out in shopping malls across the country. And at one of those Nintendo outposts, Gene and I met young experts who were willing to teach us the games, or at least to try. Of course, I'll do
How to
anything
win a
to win.
Nintendo.
Prepare to play Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah,
a
just blues
full-fledged
competition out of the world.
football
Oh yeah,
contest.
it saved the video game industry.
Dad, you hit A to kick. Right. Now.
It saved the video game industry
Kick. That's a pretty kick.
Pretty good kick.
at its lowest point. Same with
look
Game
at
Boy.
that.
Yep, Nintendo has
To the end
always
zone. Now what do I do?
always been great
Let's
with
take a
portables.
timeout
You
for
know,
some
they've
consumer
always
information.
dominated the portable market.
Nintendo home systems run from 79.
Here's a trivia question for you guys. What was the first handheld video game system in color. See if you know that one. Don't Google it.
To $149, and game cartridges from $25 to $40.
$25 to $40 for games? Even with inflation. I don't
To
know.
introduce the Game Boy, a handheld
Game
Nintendo
books now.
system
Ninja
that
Guide,
costs $90,
Ninja's Guide on how to
each
get
game
good,
cartridge going for $20.
and how to not buy hand
Now back to our
sanitizer.
lesson. Does number 1 have the ball?
Tecmo Bowl.
Oh no, it's a pass play.
It was Game Gear.
No. Oh no!
It was not Game Gear. That's a good guess.
How can I stop him?
Touchdown. There goes, it's going to be a touchdown. He had to cover.
And another timeout on the field to discuss the controversy over kids who
was
spend too much time with video games.
The Atari
How much
Lynx.
do you play a day?
The Lynx.
I play about an hour, 2 hours a day. I play a long time.
Oh, an hour, 2 hours.
I got a Nintendo system for my kid, and now I can't get him away from the television set.
Good. That's what we want to hear. Things like that. There's nothing wrong with it.
Good.
It's
money.
a good, tool to keep the child occupied, and there's absolutely no harm in it.
Do you know
An
what
hour,
parents
2
are worried
hours
about
playing video
when they
games?
see you playing all this? Reading. They think
Because you might, this kind of stuff makes your brain go away. Like.
Finally, the showdown. Roger Ebert faces Gene
Forgot
Siskel
about the
on
Lynx.
the field.
Yeah, it was
of
actually an
Tecmo
impressive
Bowl.
piece of hardware.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
I couldn't see
You
it.
got 5 yards at 2nd and 5.
But did you know?
No, I didn't know what was
I
happening.
don't know what I did. See, I like him saying hut, hut, hut. I like the fact that I can make a
One of the best
football
sports games ever made.
I don't care what strategies you use to distract me. I think, oh, that's nice.
You lost 4 yards.
You lost 4 yards. You have the
That's
ball,
I know.
Ignat.
Smeared.
Okay, 4th down and 20. Very good. Hot, hot, hot,
420.
I think I'm gonna
Now,
punt.
if you want to, okay, you're gonna punt, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the sound effects.
I love this. Go. What a kick. Look at the ball keep going.
New York Giants. They're from Chicago, so I imagine one of them was Chicago.
Love it.
This is what they should. Oh, that's a good point. You know, I was actually thinking about streaming a retro football game during the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I figured it'd be dead.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Now, I'm willing to concede that you beat me.
What do you mean concede? I beat you.
What I will not concede is that you knew what you were doing when
I
you
knew
beat me.
exactly what I was doing, and I kicked the extra point and made it 7-0.
Not at all. You were pushing.
What do you mean not at all?
I kicked random.
I kicked the extra point, 7-0.
You
You lost.
You understand how to play that game.
Exactly. And you know what?
It's really not a hard game to figure
I
out.
understand it so well, I'll never play again because
Tecmo
I really
Bowl
don't
is on
find
Switch Online.
that
Nice.
kind of video game at all interesting. Do you find it
Tecmo Bowl's
interesting?
amazing.
You know, I'm gonna say I got one of these sets at home
The
and I
Tecmo
started
Super
playing
Bowl.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with
Right.
it. And after a while, after about a week of this, I would find that every time I had a spare moment or every time I came home, I was in front of the set playing with these mutant turtles, and it got
These
to the point where it was
mutant
making me
turtles.
quite unhappy because I was so obsessed with it. And I finally unplugged the machine and I said, that's it for Nintendo, because it seems to me that it's so hypnotic and so repetitive that it was just not good for my mental health.
Yeah, I'd rather watch movies all
Once
night
you know how to
long.
do it well.
That's
what have you
acceptable.
got?
Well, actually, and I never did find out how to do it well either.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? In other words, so you have a little bit of hand-eye coordination.
It's kind of obvious who won today's
Super
Super Bowl.
I mean,
Yeah.
big deal. And
It was,
it's a little
yeah,
funny
I didn't
when
watch
kids
it.
say
I don't
they
really
play
care, but
2 hours a night or 1 hour a night. That's a hell of a lot of time. Okay. Our next video gift item up for review is the Canon Zap
1 or
Shot
2
system.
hours is
It's a
not
still
that
video
long,
camera that I
Siskel.
have right here in my hand. It looks nice.
Movies
It takes
are
still
hour
snapshots
and a half
that
to
you can
2.5
play on your
hours.
television set immediately, no waiting for the developing. To see how it works, we took the camera to Chicago's wonderful Lincoln Park Zoo. First stop, the Great Ape House.
This was a common thing.
A
Oh,
9-month-old
that's cute.
Bolera, a gorilla. The name is Swahili.
This
for
was
a place
very
in
common back then, where people like
training.
were hating,
And,
sipping on Haterade when it came to
right in the middle of
games,
2001,
thinking it was
the
somehow
seats
like
is spectacular.
inferior to movies and TV.
The hands are great. Come on, baby doll.
Oh, that's cute.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Not an impressive photograph. It's spectacular to put the hand, just to feel the hand.
Aw.
The gorilla is beautiful, but we should fill you in on the Canon Zap Shot. Its list price is $700. Now, each of its discs, 50 still images can be held. It also has 2 lens settings, one for normal distance shots and one for extreme close-ups. The close-up is a little better when taken from less than 3 feet.
Duh.
And at that range, the gorilla got interested in the camera.
Push down right there. Push down right there.
So easy to use, a 9-month-old gorilla.
Yeah. Give me another shot there. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
See, I want to get this guy. Now, see,
Get the whole face.
and kind of. But I believe that if they bring the price down to the $300, $400 range, it will be fun for people because it's like a Polaroid camera, except you can shoot faster. You don't have to keep waiting for the
And you can
Polaroid
hold
camera
50
to do its thing.
images
And the picture quality
on the
is at least
camera.
as
Okay.
future of television and your home video system.
Whoa.
I would like to receive
Gift
Don't
guide.
care.
With the lowering of prices of movies on cassettes, and family life is in constant upheaval because
McLean's career is an aging and rat, but some studios are even coming in now with $9.95.
in an opening bid.
Why Laserdiscs are the best next-generation technology for serious home
Laserdiscs.
standard for home video viewing. And this is a Laserdisc, which represents the next generation for home video fans. You can think of a Laserdisc as sort of a great big compact disc that plays pictures as well
I've
as
never
sound.
heard of
The
Laserdisc
difference
before.
between this and this is that a Laserdisc delivers a much
I thought
better video
Laserdisc
picture,
was just
60%
another
better,
word for
and sound that can be as
DVD.
good or better
but
as many movie theaters.
Apparently
But
not.
still better television pictures lurk just beyond the horizon. Television. It may come in many sizes, but high def will be a completely new system for broadcasting
High def?
television pictures. It will mean screens change their shape to become more like a movie theater screen.
You guys are not ready for high def yet.
3 times as much information. Their images might look like this.
You got like 20 years before high def becomes a real thing, right? We're still talking about that. Well, it's a
These are
different
some of the
year,
first
but
pictures shot for a new television
they really
system
like
being worked on
Laserdiscs.
by an American research team
they really do.
led by RCA and the David Sarnoff Research Labs. If you had the widescreen television of the future, this incredibly sharp video would fill the screen.
It's interesting you're talking about high def,
HDTV
though.
is something that is going to be with us probably in 3 to 5 years.
He just said high def's going to be here in 3 to 5 years. I don't think so, buddy.
Primarily for in-home use.
While we're waiting for high
Since you
def
mentioned
TV,
about
there are
color
already good
handhelds,
ways
I
to
remember
improve the
about how
pictures
some of the
you see
Game
on
&
your
Watch
screens at
consoles use
home.
color. Did they?
The best way is Laservision.
I've never
playing Laserdiscs on the
had
television
Game & Watch,
instead of VHS tapes, and Bob Griesbaum
and
is
I
a
know
Chicago
almost nothing
businessman
about
and one
them.
of Laser's biggest boosters.
Today you have
That's
incredibly
interesting,
good
though.
equipment, incredibly good disc, capable of giving you a very good picture on your home
That's interesting.
entertainment system. Extremely realistic sound for sound effects, extremely
Full color,
realistic
but there was some
music.
color. Okay,
Take a look at
okay.
the new laser and VHS
Weren't they
releases of
like,
Brain Man. They're running side by side here, and you can see the laser
almost
picture is
like,
sharper,
what do you
the
call
colors are more
those?
solid than those on the videotape.
Those cheap-ass plastic handhelds. Oh, my brain's fried right now. I can't think. Tiger Electronics.
Another feature on many
Weren't they basically like that, but
Laserdiscs
better,
and
like
videotapes
fancier?
is called letterboxing.
3 to 5
We've
years. How
talked
did
a
that
lot
turn
about
out?
letterboxing on the show, the process by which
Right?
the widescreen movie is
When-
put in the middle of a
I wonder when high
system
def.
was something that
did
was previously
come
only
out.
available to theaters. It's now available for the average person to develop a system so that he can have 5 speakers, and
Let's
one of
say.
the 5 speakers can be positioned near the
Introduced
center
in
of the front of the room,
1998.
either
So, and that
over
was
the
introduced,
TV or
and
under the
I
TV
mean,
or actually use the TV speakers
I think
in
probably
some
most people
cases.
didn't have it.
that
So,
approximates the speaker that would be behind the screen.
Is so much better that every time we mention a cassette on this show or on our regular show, I feel like people are getting cheated in a way because they're not buying a Laserdisc.
My suggestion, you can sit at home and play with the color adjustment on your set and heat it up a little.
okay.
Feed a variety of TV
Ooh,
outlets
Saturday.
inside. Outside the master bedroom is the television viewing area with a 35-inch screen and 2
You
extra
might
monitors, so you can see all
know
the
it
networks
now
at
for
once.
the recent.
But
I
that isn't all
do.
that's here.
I mean, I've heard of it
Downstairs is where I see
beforehand.
movies. Another way to
And then of
see
course they did the re-release of
And
the
this
Game
is
&
one
Watch,
serious home video
or
theater.
a version of
An
it.
elegant leather couch runs along the wall, facing
It
a
looked
large
cool.
screen
I mean,
projected TV. A glass block wall backlit by neon frames the television.
but yeah, those
That
things
wall
go
is
back.
simply
I love the like
statement.
design of
The
them.
furnace
You
and
know, they
water
just
heater
look
and
cool.
octopus of pipes in the basement. One of the designers who developed this unique room is Greg Mayer. Audio-visual components aren't particularly attractive. Inside that little closet is a lineup of high-tech audio and video gear, from stereo equipment to videotape players, amplifiers, and a
They were
home
the first to use
theater
the
surround
D-pad and
sound
dual
system.
screen.
You
That's
don't even
right. They had a
notice
dual. They like
speakers
flipped.
because some of them blend into the walls and others are hidden
I did
above
not know
a
about the
grid of
D-pad
red metal
thing.
beams that crisscross the ceiling. The technical side of the setup was supplied by
Nintendo has always been at the
Columbia
forefront
Audio
of
Video in
handheld
suburban Chicago.
technology
He
gaming.
told us that people make one mistake most frequently.
Their perception is, okay, I see this big screen.
Let's go on in some weeks.
Therefore, what I see must be it. And a lot of times they fail to realize that the sound is at least half of the entire
It is. You're right.
Because of the revolution in movie
March
theater
31st,
sound,
I think it is.
people who haven't bought an audio system in 20 years are suddenly investing in audio equipment.
Have you ever seen a home entertainment center as good as a good movie theater?
No.
Oh, sure.
Don't lie.
Particularly in the area of sound.
On your speakers. However, there is one thing missing from that home system that we visited. Look at the 1952 series, See It Now.
Home entertainment systems, the karaoke system. But next, our choice is...
Did he just say karaoke? Hold on.
And then the programming left in. I think he's right.
From the past back to the future, later we'll be showing you one of the wildest new home entertainment systems, the karaoke system. But next, our
Karaoke?
choices for children's and music video gifts.
Wait, was karaoke not a thing
Paths of Glory,
at this time?
about it that I haven't seen it in a long time.
D-pad was used for Donkey Kong, Game, and Watch. How was the D-pad? Was it actually, like, good?
Welcome back to Siskel and Ebert's
Yeah, no
Holiday
idea
Video
why.
Gift Guide. On this segment,
It's
we're gonna be looking
Nintendo.
at some tapes that might make nice Christmas presents for kids.
Nintendo
But
being
first,
Nintendo.
Here is a device that might make a present for parents who have
I
both
did get Mario
kids
3D. Me too.
and cable
I didn't play much
television.
because of how they
This
emulated
is an
it.
intelligent television
I
with
played-
a tuner
I
here
played
that
a
allows
decent
the TV
amount
to do lots of
of the
things.
three.
You're worried that the kids might tune into the wrong channel. You
Mario
wanna
35
supervise
was
what
good.
channels
Yeah, that was
are
pretty
available
good.
to them.
I didn't get too
JVC
into
has
it.
introduced televisions that won't let your children
Probably because
turn
I
those channels
sucked at
on
it.
at all. Now let's experiment with Gene. Now Gene, let's say
Oh,
that
parental
you're a film
controls.
critic, and so that the show that you hate the most is the Siskel and Ebert program, because you think that those two guys are so smart that it just makes you seem like you're not even necessary. Now here we look at the television set here, and if we go to channel 3, oh my God, there is Gene Siskel, such an intelligent critic that we've got to get rid of him. So we go here to, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to set the channel.
You know what's funny
guide.
about
It says
this?
Set, and I want to set number 1. Okay.
The whole
now that's
idea
it.
of parental
So now you
controls,
see,
like,
if you're going
it's
through,
always
there's
been funny
channel 2,
because, like,
and
the
then
parents
next one
don't
is
even know how to
channel
do
5,
it, and the
you see.
kids
They
know
won't
how to
stop
do
at
it.
Channel 3.
So it's
So
like,
then if I punch in channel 3, I have to know the secret ID number in order to watch it. Well, I happen to know that my secret ID number is 007, so I push that, and then I can see
February
that,
8th.
Mr. Siskel there. So that this is a way that,
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
At least a
Past
little
midnight.
clever than I
It's
am,
late.
and you
I
can
started
figure it
late.
out. It's a way to keep your kids from watching certain channels.
I think actually it works quite easily. The other thing that they have on
Easy
here,
for you to say.
Of course, I didn't try it. The other thing that they have on here is they call it the home sitter option, which allows you to knock out the use of the television set for a prescribed example during the forest fire.
Bamboo. Pee-wee.
What is the active box while watching the tape?
You know, you said something that really struck home for me, and that is a lot of people do use, a lot of parents do use video cassettes as babysitters.
Absolutely.
Put 2 or 3 pictures side by side on the screen.
The latest sing-along video craze, a Japanese phenomenon now in America called the karaoke bar.
Wow. Dude, I never thought about it, but I assumed karaoke has been here, like, I don't know, since, like, before this. This blows my mind that this is new.
Continuing our
at this
holiday
time.
video gift guide, a home video idea that comes from
Karaoke.
Japan, where the karaoke bar is a place where people gather to sing along with laser
This is
discs of
crazy.
background music and pop songs, and the words are printed right on the screen.
When did
We'll show you the home
karaoke
video version in just a second,
start?
but here's an American version of the karaoke club.
Okay,
that we found at
1971 in
the Gallagher
Japan,
Club in Chicago.
karaoke started, but it wasn't until the 90s that it became popular here. That blows my mind.
What people will do sometimes in public, and a lot
That
of
blows my
people are
mind.
beginning to do this.
Don't copyright me, please.
Quickly becoming popular in American clubs. What happens is that instead of spinning a record, a DJ in the club spins laser
I
discs.
can't believe this. Like, I
contain
don't.
background music of pop songs,
I just.
as well as a video printout.
I didn't know
of
it was
the
like
song's
the
lyrics.
90s that karaoke
You just
came
add
here.
your voice while watching the words go by. system do for your singing ability?
The kids
Well,
can always turn it off and the parents won't know. Exactly.
You are so beautiful to me, can't you see? You're everything I
This guy. Oh.
Some say love is
I can't.
call it be.
To be the actual performance in front of strangers and friends.
That just
What's
blows
the
my
fun for
mind.
you? Is it doing it, or would you like to see it played back?
Doing it. I think when it's played back, I get a little embarrassed.
Now, what's the kick for you? On stage or
Karaoke's
watching the video
new.
playback?
I love being on stage. I really
he's
do.
on something,
I
all
enjoy
right.
it a lot.
And what's the big
He's
high?
probably just drunk as hell.
The high is the audience reaction. I love it when people clap or they say, you're the one that was on stage.
And you've got the backup. Your inch disc like this, which is what the karaoke comes on, which is video and audio, and then the 12-inch.
He's the antagonist.
Laserdisc movies. Then
He's
you
going to
go
be
out
in
and
week
buy
7
these
on Friday Night
microphones,
Funkin'.
And you put in one of these discs. You hook it up to your stereo system. You look at the screen. You see the lyrics underneath, and you
weird,
start
man.
singing right along with it. If you want to, you can try that. There's a button here for a little sharper, and another one for a little flat.
Yeah, this is the look of love we're looking at. One of the things that interests me is how stupid some of the visuals are. These are pretty bad actors. I can hardly
Pretty bad
wait to
visual quality,
hold
too.
you, feel my arms around
So
you.
weird.
How long I have waited.
Now,
One of the
were you pushing flat then?
Yeah, in my throat.
I think you ought to push
mind.
sharp.
The thing that interests me is I would probably, if I were using this at home, what I would do is sing a parody about the
very much.
Okay, well, if you want to hear Roger sing to us at least, and he sings wildly off key, we'll take a look at that coming up next.
Siskel and Ebert's
All
holiday
right.
gift special has been brought
Oops.
to you in part by Kodacolor Gold Film. Show your true colors.
Kodacolor.
And now live. Stopped into a church.
And as Gene continues to
That's
destroy the
the
concept of this song,
It's going to be so hard because the wife can't compete with his craziness. His craziness, his drug-filled craziness.
Watching season screenings, everyone.
You know, the preacher...
And his singing off-key, like, inflicts harm upon you.
Johnny Cat is America's #1 premium capital.
There aren't any more lyrics. Wait a minute. Maybe it's not so bad that there aren't any more lyrics.
No, wait. Here's where we go like this, you know, where you pretend like you're a real hep cat.
But, you know, what's the use of a karaoke system that has instrumental bridges?
Karaoke.
While she's swimming, who wants to sing?
You know,
No doubt the off-key singing was intentional. I don't know about that, unless you're being sarcastic.
And the sky is gray.
Well, that's okay.
I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I've been for a walk.
Oh, you meant the dude.
Oh,
No, I don't think so. I don't think any of those. Figures just be funny. I think it's partly. I don't know.
Holy smokes! California dream. I'm such a winner.
Okay, I don't want to get copyrighted. Even though Twitch is probably like, is that a song? I can't tell if that's a song. All right, what was that? 89. So do we have 1990? Let's see if we have 1990. No 1990. All right, well, we skipped 1990. Let's go to 91. Ooh, that sound.
When diarrhea gets you down. Pepto-Bismol.
Loud.
When heartburn hits. Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol.
Of all the leading stomach remedies, only Pepto relieves heartburn and upset stomach and diarrhea for powerful relief.
This stream's
Right where you
sponsored by
hurt.
Pepto-Bismol.
When you need is Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, I don't know.
BZTV4, this is a 24-hour news source update.
I'm Casey.
Look, give this kid a break and you'll make a star. She's fresh, she's original, she's the hottest new singer in here.
Used as a guide for their drawings.
The animators consulted this,
including this scene.
This foundation is supposed to help.
Is that the scent of a woman?
Of course, that's the purpose. From the 50s have a really genuinely innocent charm.
Wait, is this all movies?
In the movies in recent years, from Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas, using a piece of equipment called the study tool.
This isn't.
The Steadicam.
Hold on.
Which is right. There's a big
Oh, there you go, Steadicam.
Although it's a good piece of equipment, the Steadicam has its
Getting
good and
free
bad
sponsorship.
points. The best point, in addition to the steadiness,
Yeah, I don't know. I
is
think
that
when
it
people do
frees you up from
karaoke, there
looking through
are
the
definitely
little
people who do it as a
viewfinder
joke,
that you find
but
on most cameras.
I don't necessarily know that they're purposely singing off key.
I look at this big screen monitor here, and that's a real big help.
I think that guy, he was definitely taking it lightly. He was kind of jokey around for sure, but
So only compact VHS camcorders.
I suspect if he was really trying to sing on key, he couldn't do it anyway.
Some time, at least an hour, to put the Steadicam device together with a camera. But it does come with clearly written instructions and a videotape showing you how to assemble it.
Who would?
The cost of the system is close to $600.
Who would buy a Steadicam as like a regular person, you know?
The booklet is kind of easy. I should point out that I did not...
Needs to be easy for you.
No, more than that, Roger. I did not assemble the Steadicam JR. It was done for me by someone on the staff. I don't think I could have assembled the Steadicam JR, and I want to point that out to be fair. This is, I think, a very high-end product.
Yeah, it's not for regular.
I would really recommend the average person go out and buy it. I don't think it's going to add that.
It's like a GoPro, but
you could see from the tape.
You know,
I think a limiting factor, frankly, is the camera that you use.
Yeah.
More than the Steadicam JR. But for specialized things, let's say somebody's a fisherman or something, and they want to keep things steady on their boat and get some good things like that.
Yeah, or if you're shooting sports, or your kids are
when you want to go up and down the side
team or something like that.
You would look like such a nerd
Coming up later in the show, Danny
with
DeVito
that thing.
talks about his passion for laser discs, and coming up next, recent overlooked movies that you can buy or rent to see at home.
Danny DeVito's discs.
Just bring a new unwrapped toy to a collection point near you.
Redenbacher popcorn.
Buy Orville Redenbacher's popcorn.
The lightest full-size VHS camcorder in the world.
Oh.
Noticeably sleek, slim, and fat-free.
Oh my God.
Camcorders, 12:1 zoom, 1 lux, shoulder stability, and uses VHS tapes that fit right in your VCR. The Sharp Slim Cam, the world's smallest full-size VHS camcorder.
Feels like he doesn't care about the camera. Yeah, that's a niche item, you know. You would not need a Steadicam unless you're making a movie or like you're rich.
So you start looking for a friendly face. The card, the American Express card.
Continuing our holiday special full of video.
Next choice of an overlooked film is Peter Bogdanovich's
a Steve Martin movie named L.A. Story.
Not a lot of technology.
And Whoopi Goldberg as the maid who opens her eyes to the civil rights.
In this.
I'm running receipts. You did it! Sure, you finally come up with something that makes sense.
And that's
okay.
People get to chuckle over when they see another holiday video release called City Slickers.
If you want to watch one show, but record another show at the same time, the television set does not have to be...
Of course, is that so many people have had trouble programming their VCRs, myself included. Here's a product designed to change.
So it is funny, like so many people like programming your VCR has always been this like
all television shows into
impossible barrier for so many people, especially old people.
Price is Right, which is playing right now this morning here in Chicago. I look into my TV guide or many major newspapers around the country. I find out its code. It's 75786.
You probably couldn't with a singular camera. Although, what's that movie Tangerine, that indie film? I think they shot that on like iPhones.
Here's the blinking light sending the signal to the VCR, and pretty soon, right now as you see it's 10:17. We're 17 minutes into the show this morning, and hey, the Heartfelt collection. There's one of the model's hands. Pretty soon we'll see Bob.
What I love about this is like if you can't program your VCR, you're not going to be able to figure out.
I'm going to try and give this thing a test and program
this other stuff.
The Siskel and Ebert show this coming weekend. When you pick up the VCR Plus, it shows you the current date. In this case, it's October 24th, Thursday, 10:07 a.m. I'm going to punch in the Siskel and Ebert
game show that's still on. I think Drew Carey is a good host.
And look, it switches.
Who is that? Price is Right.
2 days from now, Saturday, Channel 2. 6:30 p.m. Okay,
Price is Right. That's a great one.
This is the VCR Plus that I used. I'm really optimistic.
That's a great show. He is good.
By the way, this product
he's not Bob Barker, but he's good.
VCR, including the one people already have, right?
I want to know if it worked with this one.
Okay, I'm going to push play, and I'm going to see if you successfully.
And I'm not a huge Drew Carey fan, but respect. He's good at that.
next Wednesday, only on
There's a promo
for our station here in
Okay,
Chicago.
yeah.
This week.
There it is.
You did it! I'm absolutely thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck.
This is the first time in your entire career
They've always
you've
been the
ever
king of
done
handhelds.
anything
I love this
correctly
Especially
involving
now. There's
electronics.
no doubt about it.
This is great. Now, you already
The
own
DS,
one.
the 3DS,
And,
You gave it to your
yes,
fiance?
and the
that's right,
Switch.
so you can take things right off the air, no problem.
True love.
Yes. Okay. Danny DeVito describes himself as a Laserdisc fanatic. And when we come back,
Fun
I'll visit
fact,
DeVito in his Laserdisc
Danny DeVito,
talk about
he
a video format that's
he
gaining
grew up
popularity.
a few miles from where I grew up,
I already got it.
and he used to be a hairdresser. He used to be a hairdresser in New Jersey.
I can see the hesitation in my
store.
Spags.
Just a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Why is New England coming to Century? Century Smart Cars.
Smart cars. Wait a minute. What is
I
that?
like to think of Spags as your old general store. And just a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Why is New England coming to Century? Century Smart Cars. Smart cars are extremely low mileage vehicles which have never been titled to an individual and come with a majority of their new car warranties. And at Century, we always have over
Smart
100 smart cars in
cars.
stock. For example, a 91 Mercury Cougar, Sable, or Ford Taurus. Your choice only $11,999. Or a 91 Mercury Tracer or Ford Epic Avenue.
What makes them so
where
smart?
Customers bring friends.
Core Salisbury steak.
Tell him, Crusher.
How can I eat all these juicy charbroiled steaks in rich beefy gravy?
But Crusher,
Rich beefy
Encore's
gravy.
a 2-pound family-size entree.
I don't have a family.
I do. And we love Encore. We'll be over at 6 tonight.
Really? You will?
Al, about this Encore Veal Parmigiana.
5 tomorrow?
Oh.
For tasting more, it's Encore.
For tasting more, it's Encore. This video is sponsored by Smart Cars and Salisbury Steak.
Special is devoted to this product, the Laserdisc, which both Roger and I believe is the superior
And Teen,
video
what was it
format
called again?
for
Teen
seeing
Dream?
movies.
Teams, what was it?
Buy one of these, you're seeing movies better than
I don't even remember. I already shut that out of my mind.
That's a fact.
That's right.
Teen
This is
Steam.
the Laserdisc of The War of Roses, a 1989 movie directed by Danny DeVito. And like all Laserdiscs, it provides a picture about 60% better than videotape. On the back of the box this comes in, Danny describes himself as a Laserdisc fanatic. Collection of great movies around him. He also is sure to have a Laserdisc machine on which to play them.
Teen Steam.
So this is your Laserdisc setup right here, right?
Yeah, this is one of them. This is my office.
I'm a big fan of Danny DeVito. He's great.
So, I have a few. I have several. I have
He's great.
Five setups.
This is around the time Blockbuster was popular.
DeVito
Oh, yeah.
feels such a preference for
Yep.
Laserdiscs over traditional videotapes.
Well, first of all, the quality.
There's only one Blockbuster left in the world.
Anything you've ever seen.
Definitely in America. I think the world.
Not only
It is in
image,
Oregon.
but the sound is like superb. I mean, if you set up a simple system, you're going to get like 100% better sound than you can off of a tape.
DeVito's passion for the LaserVision.
It's funny because Blockbuster, when Netflix was just starting out, what was it? There was like I think they had an opportunity to buy Netflix, or like, I think they were gonna consider going that model of Netflix, but then they said that's a bad idea. They made some, like, I forget what it is, but some really stupid decision early on with Netflix, and that basically killed them eventually.
Right now, you can go to. Well, I have widescreen presentation.
Also around that time you started seeing video game rentals.
I didn't pan.
Yeah, I think I think you at this point in time, video game rentals have been around for a video game specifically. Yeah, I think it probably started.
Well, I'm the other school.
I don't know. I think it might have started
exactly when you. I mean, there are films
mid '80s, like not long after NES was released. I could be wrong.
People are talking; they're not on screen. You see the nose and the eye of one of them, and maybe a cheek comes.
I didn't know karaoke started in the U.S. in the '90s, so what do I know?
Okay, and then we got second audio track, which personal. It's like I try to find frames of the film.
It's a lot of Danny DeVito.
I have my couple of years' work right here in this little box.
And 100 years from now, they can still.
He's great.
I'm not gonna throw it away. Hold on.
It's mine. That's mine, though. That's.
He's being a film teacher as well as a filmmaker.
What's up, exciting game? They could have bought Netflix for a couple million. Was that what it was? I knew there. I couldn't remember the specifics. Yeah, but that's right. I was thinking that that's what it was. That they could have bought them out. And corporate thought it was a dumb idea. They thought that was not going anywhere.
I think it's a real important development.
So whoever made that decision,
kind of guy who's really
boy, they're kicking themselves now. Blockbuster made a subscription service at movies. Yeah, but they were too late, too little, too late on that.
The Voyager company, one of the best in the laser field, has restored most every single frame to its original. Again, the purpose.
Exciting as movies like McCabe and Mrs. Miller.
Let's see technology. Oh, T2.
Another film newly restored and released on a way of popularizing the format.
Well, I hope they do. Coming up next, a wide selection of music on tape. Coming up.
Life is
Dun, 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 dun.
Jane, I'd like you to meet Peter. Peter makes movies.
Features. We were just talking. Lifesavers flavors. Oh, incredible.
Disney World. Okay. Apparently, many games around the time were intentionally difficult, partly to avoid beating. Yes. You know what it was? The mentality of arcades, especially, also played into it. But yeah, it was. It was this mentality of like, yeah, you got to make it difficult because it pretends to be a long game when it really isn't.
Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Not just in rentals, but for purchases. They didn't want to make a big game. They were too lazy to do it. So it's like, let's just make it really difficult and cheap to get your quarters. Karaoke means tone deaf in Japanese. Actually, it's not even a real word from what if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't want to get copywritten. Leave me alone.
Father's footsteps, and it also
they did Blockbuster wrong. Movie theaters are still a big thing.
Documentary about Nat King Cole called The
Super Mario
Unforgettable Nat
Brothers.
King Cole. So there's a lot of stuff in the stories.
Yeah.
The three things that you just mentioned, the one that I want to see and I haven't seen it yet is the Woodstock outtakes.
But theaters, I don't know if they're going to be a thing in the future. I just don't know.
Vintage television programs.
I almost feel like COVID exposed the fact that movie theaters aren't really that necessary anymore.
In the spirit.
With rental services and everything.
Holiday sale ad, right?
Yeah, great prices, huh?
Not really. Fredder's everyday price.
Well, I'm still teaching. This time in Belize, Central America. I decided to join the Peace Corps.
As an inch in some places.
Uh-oh.
Also have the forecast at 6 a.m.
Forecast at 6 a.m.
Program, which aired live.
Come on, dude. Enough with these movies and TV shows. I want to see, like, real technology.
This holiday season, we're sharing more than popcorn. We're sharing the joy of giving.
They added all those other levels just to make it longer.
Reserves to support Toys for Tots.
And you can too.
Just bring a new
The games were a lot harder back in the day.
And when you buy Orville Redenbacher's popcorn,
like,
you'll be helping us donate
a lot harder and cheap, you know.
Let's all make this holiday.
But everybody was learning part of it too, not just to extend the length and like get your money's worth, quote unquote, with rentals or purchases, but they also did that because they didn't really like they didn't know how to like balance challenge, you know, like people who played it, it's like you're just gonna keep playing that game over and over again because of frustration.
Created for the new Super Nintendo Entertainment.
Wait, I want to see this ad.
The card, the American Express card. Don't leave home.
With all the reboots these days, it seems like nostalgic TV shows are more popular than ever. Nostalgia is super popular.
You won't believe the power. You won't believe the control. You won't believe the jumps, the curves, or the feeling you get. Until you experience it for yourself.
Wow.
I still don't want them to go movie theaters. I've never been a big theater person, but yeah, I do as well. It's nice to have them there.
Continuing our holiday video gift special,
Things
in
like
addition
Netflix
to
movies,
music on
they are
home
kicking
video,
their
the
butt.
other category of tapes and discs that makes financial
The only time I go to the theater now is IMAX. Like every now and then, if it's a movie I really want to see, like a new Star Wars, I'll go to like a true IMAX.
Short story Anansi, read by Oscar winner Denzel Washington.
And you got to be careful with IMAX because a lot of theaters say they're IMAX, but they're not really.
Starring Victoria Vetri and a cute baby dinosaur.
Oh my God.
The Valley of Gwangi movie generates tremendous tension.
Gotta have money in back here, Dan.
Also, what year is this?
Look better than they do on tape.
91. What about the Super Nintendo? That's out, isn't it? In 91.
Gene and I will play a game of tennis on video.
Uh-oh, tennis.
If you've been injured in an accident on the job,
T-sale ends soon.
I love all the Boston accents because apparently this was in Massachusetts.
In this courtroom, them against you,
Park the car.
word against yours.
A present of one of the products on this show, and my choice is
Is this
VCR Plus by Gemstar, because now you
Is
can
this
join
Super
the rest
Tennis?
of the human race in taping your favorite programs off of television.
Is this Super Tennis? Hold on.
Most people can't and have never done this, and I think
There's nothing compared to Speed F-Zero. The F-Zero, what's the one on 64? That game is underrated. F-Zero on N64.
Do you have this Laserdisc?
Underrated.
Widescreen edition, no.
This is the
graphics aren't great, but it moves super fast.
And
And it's got a ton of different vehicles you can choose from.
For the film for this,
He turned into Power Up of the Rappa.
I will get you this, I promise.
I'm going to keep it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's play tennis.
Okay, now what we're
Maybe
going
played
to do
F-Zero.
here...
F-Zero X, that's the one.
Jumpstart by me.
Hell of a game.
Okay, go ahead.
Underrated.
Can't play tennis with the- I'm so excited.
Also, I think they're playing Super Tennis. I saw an image.
Video game systems have been an increasing
One of the most underrated sports games in general, I would say. Super Tennis is awesome.
constantly improving their sound,
If
their
it's
color,
this
and
that
their
they're playing.
complexity. And a lot of them, they used to be with smaller chips, now use 16-bit systems that use an improved computer chip to send more information more quickly to the screen. And Gene and I have, this is the new Nintendo
Super Tennis.
system here. And we're
Awesome
set up
game.
for a game of something called Super Tennis.
It's not just tennis.
Okay,
All right, I'm going to start serving.
It's Super
You are?
Tennis.
Yeah, return it.
Okay. Hey!
This is a great blend of like arcade and simulation tennis.
Very good. Come on, Colette.
Mostly arcade.
You're good. Look at this return. Look at this. Look at these. This is not easy.
He's not even moving. You see him just standing there.
So you can move. All right, I'm going to try and fake you out on the surface.
Yes, you can move, Siskel. It's tennis.
Yes, you can.
It's Super Tennis.
Oh.
He moves to the right when it goes to the left. Now imagine if you there's Power Up of the Rappa.
Come on, Colette.
They should develop the next Power Up of the Rappa.
Come back. I'm going to win my serve.
Fake me out there.
Yeah, come on, move over, honey.
The FNF guys.
Yeah, Mitch, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. The graphics are fabulous here. This is my favorite video game.
The game looks great. Super
Down the
Tennis.
center. Come on, Colette. Yes.
It's the only video game you've ever played. What do you mean it's your favorite?
Keep talking. It's Deuce.
And the sound design is great. And it's a real. It's like it's not. It wasn't a launch game, but it was very close to a launch game. Obviously.
Out to the side here. No, I'm not. Move it over.
So the controls were so good. They were. I would put them among the best controllers ever, especially in terms of
There's going to be more tennis during our end credits here, but that's it for that's it for holiday.
how influential they were.
Possibly used to make people watch. But as we always say this time of year, seasons screenings, everyone.
Have a good one.
Season screenings.
Okay, now who's going to serve now? You?
You're
Me?
serving.
Oh, I'm serving.
Go ahead.
Here I go. Okay.
Hit it twice.
Here's a Christmas gift for your VC forever.
Dude,
And
Super
discover
Tennis
why
is
it gets
amazing.
hot in Santa Fe.
Wait, are those cigarette ads? This is when you can have cigarette ads on TV. Holy crap.
In video stores with
Jelly
good taste.
beans and cigarettes,
Jelly
kids.
Try 'em, you'll love them. Experience Santa Fe cologne for her.
Oh, it's cologne. Okay, never mind. There was a time, I'm pretty sure, where you could.
I mean, I'm getting ready for serve, and this is actually quite realistic.
Oh, you're serving. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed. Well, I didn't even know you were going to serve.
Look
That's
how they
why.
have the camera sort of pan over to see the crowd.
It's amazing.
Okay, I'm going to go down the line. You missed. You're a little late. You're swinging late, Rod.
Siskel and Ebert, let's play Super Tennis.
Here we go. I can move her around. You can move it.
Boy, this is really hard.
Yeah, but it's no. I'm telling you, this is very realistic. Because if I pull it back here now, it's going to serve. I'm going to serve right to you. See? I did that on purpose.
Yeah, you did that on purpose.
I did. I served it on purpose.
Cigarettes were banned. In the 70s. Okay, 70s. Yeah, you used to be able to smoke on planes, too.
Oh, I didn't miss. What?
Yeah, cigarette ads.
Ellis Smith's little boy won't be little for long, so he buys U.S. savings bonds.
I think they banned alcohol ads in magazines.
Who knows what could happen?
Then Leechmere's sale price. Oh, to Fretter.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see more Super Nintendo stuff, dude. They need to talk more about that. All right, we're gonna call it soon, but let's just take a peek at 1992. What time is it, by the way? We can watch this.
It's Siskel and Ebert's holiday video gift guide.
Man, Super Tennis, so good. I should do a review on YouTube. Super Tennis. Piano.
From futuristic phones.
Could you just hold that pose because my kids are carving their pumpkin?
To the VCR.
Oh, burn.
Stop.
Plus the latest and greatest in home video theaters.
8BitDo makes a great third-party SNES like a tool. Yeah, I've seen those.
Gifts from music to classic.
I've never used them, but they do look
from
cool.
movie classics to the best in new releases. All on the Siskel and Ebert holiday video gift
And it's
guide.
very rare for a third party to
When I
make
was a
good
kid,
controllers,
I never wanted
so.
to get stuff like socks and shirts for Christmas. I wanted to get fun stuff, and I still
Sound
feel
design
that
was by
way
Kawaii
on our
Sprite,
annual
developed by
Siskel and
Ninja
Ebert
Muffin
Holiday
99,
Video
animated by
Gift
Phantom
Guide.
Arcade, and art by Evil
Program devoted to video
Skater.
software and hardware
Is that
gifts
for
I want to give or even
FNF?
better, receive this holiday season. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune, and you're right, Roger. I know that my
Well, we also make circuit party
recently
stuff?
named the best gift that I'd ever
Not familiar with
received.
them.
I picked a transistor radio I got when I was 13 years old. And you're right, high-tech video gifts are the best gifts to receive.
For me, it was my Lionel train set.
Okay. Well, we're going to begin the gift guide.
FNF. Okay, that's what I thought, because Ninja Muffin 99 sounded very
Laser
familiar.
disc. Here is a laser disc for those of you who don't know. And this is the best format in which to
Okay.
see movies. You need a laser disc player, but they're being advertised right now for under $300. Take a look at these dazzling new scenes from a compilation of 22 Busby Berkeley
These
production
guys
numbers.
love Laserdisc.
Great laser that'll see national material, but
How much films cost?
songs and performance of Jimmy Cliff in the story of a Jamaican, one of my favorite buried treasures, a wonderful cult film in which the
Pull this behind-the-scenes footage of the alien
Oh,
being pushed
Alien.
through its paces. Another gift, Varus, the straight son, he hasn't. So that, for example, on that Spartacus disc, that you can start playing the disc. You
It's
don't
very
you
easy
don't
to
even
operate.
need to be.
All right, let's take a look at this video phone. Maybe it's
Every year
actual
on this
video
holiday
this
video gift
time.
guide, we play with some of the new electronic gizmos
Some of Hori's
that are on the
products are
market, and
officially
this year
licensed
our
by
research
Nintendo.
shows
Okay, well that makes sense
the
then.
new AT&T video phone.
Nintendo's not gonna
Technology that allows you to
license
see who you're talking to.
third-party
I sometimes
controllers
feel I see
unless
enough
it's
of Gene already, but
good.
I called him up on my video phone.
I'm actually surprised they licensed it even
Okay, I'm
still.
going to try to place a call to Gene on this AT&T video phone.
Video
I'm about to go to bed, and each night before I go to bed, I'd like to know that Roger is safe. Hello?
Oh, hi, Gene. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Are you safe? You're okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Yes, were you concerned?
How was the flight? All right?
Oh, it was all right,
Good.
yes.
All right, you got in?
Yes. Well, we had a lot of turbulence.
Are you
you
under
know.
the covers now?
No. What? You don't need to be a rocket scientist to use this AT&T video phone. It plugs into a regular phone jack and power outlet, and then you dial. You hit the blue button.
Look how
marked
tiny that
video,
screen is.
And this telephone starts sending a picture as well as your voice to the phone at the other end of the call. But how good is the picture? Oh, look at that.
It's
you see?
tiny.
Now, the strange thing is that you kind of move in little
Frames, framey.
kind of slow motion special effects there. But the most important
Yeah, a
thing
little
to
bit of
think about
lag.
is the cost. The phone calls themselves aren't any extra, but these machines list for
400?
about $1,500 each.
$1,500?
At that price, you want to get a pretty good view of who's at the other end. As I look at you here, you bear an amazing resemblance to Henry the serial killer.
Thank you. And
That's
Roger,
okay.
my kid, could you
Yes.
just hold that pose because my kids are carving their pumpkin?
It was published on itch.io, Newgrounds, in downloads on September 8th, I
conducted a series
believe.
of highly non-scientific experiments.
That's how I played it. I played it on itch.io.
Video phone worked. First, Gene
It's
wanted
probably
to
gonna
show
come
me
to Switch
what was holding
eventually.
up his pants.
Okay, but Raj, can you tell anything special about the
People
belt?
still
Does it
calling
look
it
plain to
dialing
you?
despite
No,
it
it
being
looks
a
like
long
it's a
time
belt.
since
I can't
phones had
see
an
any
actual
details.
dial. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, see,
That's
there's-
true.
Looks like it might be a buckle.
There's a little sewn edge. Yeah, I see
What this
Yeah,
shot
that is
reminds
true.
me
They
of
call
more
it
than anything
dialing.
else is Lyndon Johnson pointing to his gallbladder scar.
That is
Then I
interesting.
wanted to see if Gene could identify one of my favorite desktop characters.
I feel like there are other instances that I can't think about now
see 'em?
where it's like we
Very
use
cute. Yeah?
Yeah.
words that are archaic at this point.
Finally, we'd had enough of the phones and each other.
All right, I'm going to go brush my teeth. I'll see you.
I wish you would. Even over the video phone, I can see that you need to.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And this technology is still being perfected. For example, MCI claims to have a video phone that's going to come out early next year, cost half as much and have a better picture, but it still leaves me with a question.
$1,500.
Do I want a video phone? Yes. And you know, for me, the answer is most of the time, no. I think one of the real advantages of a telephone that I would pay extra for is the fact that I can talk on it without being visible to anyone.
And I'm sure the people who are receiving calls from you appreciate it as well.
I'm sure that's the case,
yeah. I think that we'll have to see. If it were high quality, and again, if you could afford, and that's going to be an issue throughout this whole show, is just how much people can afford. But it's only, I think, in the case of the distant relative.
Orange vanilla. It tastes like creamsicle.
Maybe a courting
seltzer
couple,
water.
You know, who have to be separated for some reason.
I mean, no, there are married couples that have 2 jobs in different cities. I could see that maybe occurring, but it's not a must-buy.
No, it isn't. Coming up next, some of the big hits on video this season and some sleepers you might enjoy. And later in the program, I take computerized piano lessons, and we'll look at the new system that allows you to put photographs on television. What video would you like to find under the Christmas tree this Christmas? What movie would you like on video?
Sand Pebbles.
Continuing our holiday gift guide special full of video gift ideas, how about the challenge of buying someone a movie they might actually want to own? Beauty and the Beast tops my list because children can and will want to watch this classic over and over. And if you see the film more than once, you're going to start noticing.
Fly, they crawl, they do many things.
Brother, the mayor of Dallas.
I need to pee. We might need to put this on pause.
Hey, are you all right?
Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta pee, actually. I'll do it now. The September build had only 1 week. Had only week 1 and 2. Then October Pico came out. Then in November, December Mom came out. January, February Senpai. Week 4 came out. Yeah, week 5. I'm definitely gonna play more Friday Night Funkin'. I'll be recording that on YouTube. I think maybe once we get 1 more week, perhaps. Maybe before that, but I will be right back here. You know what I'll do?
Silence of the Lambs at the Oscars, but that doesn't in any way alter its quality. I think it is worth owning.
It is. It's a good film. Also recommended on video this season is the movie I thought was the best film of last year, Oliver Stone's JFK. A film so complex and rich with so many layers of fiction and fact, documentary and speculation that it's the kind of film you really want to see more than once, if only just to figure it out. Kevin Costner starred as District Attorney Jim Garrison, who was convinced there was a conspiracy to assassinate John F. Kennedy.
Guess who used his address? B. Harvey Oswald.
Now, if you're thinking of buying JFK, you might want to wait until January the 20th, when Warner Brothers is bringing out a special director's cut in which Oliver Stone adds 17.5 minutes of additional footage, including this scene speculating about a conspiracy involving a fired CIA official and his brother, the mayor of Dallas.
Talk about the Fox investigating the chicken coop. Now we'll have to subpoena them both.
And at the opposite end of almost every imaginable spectrum from JFK, another video I'm recommending is Wayne's World, which was hilarious as it detailed the adventures of a couple of suburban cable TV hosts who went looking for good times and great babes.
Hi, Wayne. Hi.
All right, all right, all right.
Hey, are you all right?
Wayne's World, party
Wayne's
time.
World, which I
Excellent.
laugh on beginning to end, is it's seemingly very dumb, but it's actually very smart.
Oh, it's very smart. I mean, first of all, to have the guts to, show the characters laughing at her. I mean, I think that's what anyone would do. I mean, at least they have the guts to show it.
Now let's move on to another category of holiday gift video. Good movies that maybe didn't get all of the attention they deserve.
No, let's skip that. We want technology.
Shaduri. Their love affair is in the American cinema right now.
Give me some Super Nintendo, Siskel and Ebert. Is that the Nintendo piano?
Help Roger learn how to play the piano in just a few
What's
hours.
it called? Miracle Piano, I think.
Just the Wizard of Oz.
Did you guys know that they had a piano attachment for the NES? and a game you can learn.
I'm telling you that all of my life I wanted to play the piano, all except for 3 months, of course, in the 4th grade when I actually took piano lessons, and then I hated them. There had to be another way that I could learn the instrument so that I could, you know, just like in those old magazine ads, I could amaze my friends at parties. And maybe
if it's an instance where it can come to any console, unlike Among Us, where typing wouldn't be the best console for yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
This is the Miracle Piano System, which I have connected here to my Macintosh computer, although you could also use it with an IBM clone or with a Nintendo.
Yes, okay, Nintendo. See, that's it. I knew it. I knew I recognized that.
Play piano on your own. This keyboard and software for my Macintosh costs about $500, but you can get the lower tech Nintendo version for about $380, and there's a Super Nintendo version as well with better.
I didn't know there was a Super Nintendo one. That's not bad, really.
You have to have the Nintendo player.
$400 to $500, you get the keyboard. That's not that bad.
All kinds of practice techniques to start your lessons, like the basic notes. C, E, D, C. Okay. Then there's a duck shooting game to see if you can nail the right notes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Flying out on the lines where certain notes would be on sheet music, and if you hit the right note, you shoot the duck.
Of course, you got to have shooting things.
Every single duck.
Even in a piano game.
Ducks or learn enough notes, it's on
just another one of the millions of NES accessories. I know, right?
The piano first teaches me the tune phrase by phrase.
There's a lot of them. Game Boy had a lot of accessories too. And we learned on earlier on the stream that apparently Sega Master System had 3D. I didn't know that. It had like these black 3D goggles, and like you shoot with the zapper.
Next, I have to go into the Miracle Program's practice room and work on my timing with a metronome.
Or whatever it was called. I don't know what they called. Was it the Menacer? No, it's Genesis.
With a full orchestra.
I don't know what the Master System gun was called. Remember when the crashes for the Macintosh had actual sounds? No, I don't know anything about Macintosh.
Now, you know, Gene, the amazing thing about this system is, for me, it was better than a piano teacher because I probably would have resented the piano teacher
like the PC.
But with the computer, it says, well, you got 77%. You want to try to do a little bit better? Or instead of saying you got 6 wrong notes, they say you didn't shoot 6 ducks. You know, let's go back and shoot some more ducks. I believe that I could learn to play the piano using this system. I firmly believe that.
How long do you think it would take you to be good enough to sit down and amaze your friends? Seriously.
I think it would probably take a long time.
How long? A year?
Yeah, they say in the literature that it might take you a year, but at the end of a year, they say you can play songs, you can read music, you can play with other musicians, and you can improvise songs at the end of a year. Right now, I'm
cool.
up to Mary at a Little Lamb, and later on in the show, I have another composition.
I feel like it needs more games than just shooting ducks, you know?
Music available on home video. Music laserdiscs are more likely played enough times to warrant purchase. Here are a couple of my recommendations.
You can really have a concert experience, I believe. And you know, there are a lot of stores around the country that are specializing in music video. It's a little subsection of the music and the video business.
Oh, music video.
My choice is
on a television set. How was that accomplished?
Wait, what is he doing?
Until I tried it. You're looking at a
Hold on, sorry.
That's on your TV screen as well as regular music.
Photo CD system.
Does that sound unnecessary? I thought so, until I tried it. You're looking at a series of still photos we took here in the city of Chicago, regular photographs developed in the regular way. And now you're looking at the same photographs on a television set. How was that accomplished? With the Kodak Photo CD player. That's right, photographs stored on a compact disc. You can get your film developed at your local photo store and pay about $20 for a roll of 24 shots on a disc to play through this CD machine.
CD machine.
The Kodak Photo CD player. You get a CD player like this. It can play regular CDs.
It's almost like a slideshow. Like, hey, check out my slides from my vacation, man.
This remote control device too. And that little
seems
remote
dumb.
Control provides most of the fun for this system. With it, you can play the photos in any order you like, or you can manipulate images by cropping them to change a shot you don't like. This lets me take just a section of the photograph. All right, now I don't want that part. I might want more of the fire hydrant, so I'm going to move it over.
Google Slideshow. It's Adobe Photo. You got Photoshop.
really see the thickness of the paint on the photograph. In fact, I think you'd argue that that is a much more pleasing and interesting photograph than the one we saw before. The machine we're talking about costs about $550, but remember, it's also a regular musical audio CD player. And if you don't care about manipulating or cropping the pictures on the screen, a simpler system costs $450.
Can you play music
and
while
the
photos?
quality is really quite good. On the left here,
That's
we're
kind of
showing
cool.
you a regular still photo. And on
I don't
the right,
know. I don't know if I like it.
compact CD picture. There's not much difference. And with regular still photos, you can't have the fun I had with this machine.
I mean, the fact that you can crop is cool.
Well, I'm not into photographs that much, so I probably wouldn't. And at $550 average cost, this definitely is a luxury item. But if I didn't own a CD player and I wanted one, and if I were a photography
And
nut,
it is a CD player,
I would enjoy
too.
the compact storage. You get a whole bunch of photographs in just this little thing. And the cropping ability afforded by the Kodak CD player would really recommend it, I think. It could be a lot of fun to mess around with.
I'm more intrigued in it than you are, Gene, and one of the things I know about this system, being a computer nut, which I am, is that you can actually connect these photographs to your computer, download the photographs onto the computer disk, size them,
It's a
and
shame
put them
both
in
these guys
documents.
passed away.
Like those little letters that people send out at Christmas time. You could rent pictures of your family. And
Luxurious.
Bore them in print and
It is a luxury.
Right. Now let's move on to video collectibles.
Having
Sets of
pictures
tapes or discs that
on
you might want to
CD.
consider adding to your permanent collection. When I started going to the movies, they always played a color cartoon before the main feature, and now dozens of...
Tough this year, but we wish you the best.
Looking tougher all the time. Congratulations.
And I have the strangest impression here that Pat Robertson thinks that Tanner really is some Democrat.
From the English comedy troupe. The tape begins
Monty
with this
Python.
introduction from Steve Martin.
Funny. Brilliantly funny.
Oh, Monty Python's great.
What about me? What about this Monty Python crowd?
It also includes classic Python
Nice.
sketches like this famous bit.
I cut down trees, I skip and jump. I like to press wildflowers. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars.
You know, there's an innocence
Classic.
to that tape. There's a sweetness to it that I think has really gone from a lot of humor today.
I like the moment when the Mounties begin to realize what they're saying.
Yeah, it's very good. The Monty Python material is available on tape, and I think people do get their money's worth from comedy material.
Video gift ideas for kids, from potty training to a hit movie.
VCR voice programmer, and
Ooh.
I tested it out. All right,
This is another thing besides VR and 3D. The sort of like Connect stuff, you know, motion technology, voice capture technology, Alexa. That's another technology like VR and 3D that has always been sought after by businesses, not by consumers. Consumers never really were into that stuff. But like for some reason, they've always tried to push this technology.
12, Tuesday. While I'm loading up the VCR voice programmer, we'll go through.
Like we don't want to use our voices to activate stuff. We don't want to say Xbox on. We don't want to say, you know,
4 family members can
connect
store their voices in
stuff.
the machine. So how well does it work? Okay, let's see if the VCR.
Yeah, that's true. Laugh track's overused, but that's a problem with a lot of sitcoms.
Programming your VCR, it also allows you to operate your VCR. So you're in the corner of your bedroom or something, and you want to yell out a command to, you know, just play something. Didn't want to say it too loud for the machine to hear me. To play something, let's see if it works. Here we go. I press VCR, and then I'm going to issue a command. Play. Fast forward. Stop.
It's so funny, these technologies that like.
Now let's see if we can get the VCR.
It's just interesting
voice
because they've
program to
always been
actually
around,
respond to my
you know,
voice
but like nobody ever
and
wants
record
them.
a television program just using my voice. In the past, using my head and my hands has not worked.
Like it killed me that Microsoft tried to push the Kinect so hard because it was like nobody wanted Kinect.
Saturday.
Or the PlayStation voice thing.
6.
I mean, I guess like Alexa and Sirius.
30.
Some people do like that stuff.
PM. 7
Like
p.m.
Like you exert more effort to do that than just like typing a few
I want
buttons.
to watch Channel 2, Saturday, 6:30 is the start time, p.m. End time, 7 o'clock, p.m. That's when the Siskel and Ebert show plays here in Chicago.
People just don't want to use their voices. Like, we'd rather text than call. We'd rather use controllers than
Here we go. Press the VCR button.
our
and
voice.
Say the magic word. Play.
I think if you push the tape in, Gene, it will probably work better. Okay, now why don't you try it again?
That really does help, huh?
Yeah.
He's such a Luddite.
Play.
Hey!
Oh.
Well, hey!
Well, that's gonna be helpful for lights or TV. Yeah, there is some good. There's some good in the technology. But
you know, if you know about the VCR Plus system, an alternative which we tested on the show last year, you're going to be better off. Why? Because it costs 1/3 the price of the VCR voice programmer, and all you have to do to make it.
by the way, speaking of NES accessories, if you haven't watched the AVGN video on it, it's very good. It's an old one,
You're just not going to be able to yell at it.
but it's very good. He reviews all kinds of NES accessories.
Better than the voice system.
It was great.
Now it's time for our next set of video recommendations, and the category is
I'll use it for the music.
Kid Vid. And my first choice, in all seriousness, I might add,
Right.
is a musical tape named It's Potty Time, which I looked at because this is a major bestseller around the country.
What?
It uses the sing-along techniques of other popular kiddie videos to teach its young viewers about one of the indispensable social skills.
It's okay if you don't need to go right now, Katie. Just let me know when you do need to go to the potty.
Is it a social skill?
Okay. Now, quite a different movie, one recommended for adults as well.
This is a cool movie.
Jason and the Argonauts, a simply spectacular film from 1963. Among the film's
Look at these
amazing
effects
scenes
in
is the climatic
1963.
battle between Jason and a group of ghostly skeletons. The supplemental material on this disc shows how special effects master Ray Harryhausen
Look at that.
filmed the battle twice. Once with only the actors, and again with
There's something like
numbers
really
of
creepy about the
standing
effects in the
for
movie in a good
skeletons.
way.
Here's the final version of the scene.
Fabulous.
And that is a 30-year-old film, and it's fresh as can be.
Yes, it is.
And it's really...
I'm in it, and I have points.
Okay, let's see what else we
We
got
have a
here.
lot of problems to deal with. Problems pointed out in a tour of the room by Tony Gramani, who works for LucasArts Entertainment, a company founded by George Lucas to create the superb THX sound system, now available in a home system going into this media room.
First thing I noticed was this channel over here. You see these three neatly concealed speakers in the ceiling.
Okay, so they're building like a... Oh,
And the blackout shades roll down to cover the French doors and the large windows. An 8-foot diagonal screen slides out of a ceiling well. Turn on the overhead Panasonic industrial projector and kick in this Perugia video processor, a machine that's capable of doubling video images so that you get a much cleaner picture. Turn out the lights and you're in video heaven. One final note, the owners of this room realized that they would probably be watching more television than movies, and as a result...
Okay,
The
cool.
people build, or they want to go to the movies without ever leaving home. It has its own marquee. It's the Lyric Theater. It has its own ticket seller, Oliver
What to
Hardy.
say? Why are you
And let's
doing
go
a Hester,
inside and
right?
look at all the bells and whistles.
It looks like these are
Inside,
different
you'll find a miniature movie palace, an 11-seat theater that really looks like a movie
home
house.
theater
It's
situations.
one of several home theater layouts available from Theater Design Associates of New York. That company says it can install one of these babies in a day, prefab. But the owner of this house and the electronics
People still
expert who
use
helped
this.
them
Yeah, right?
found out
Projectors?
that's only under
They really
certain
do.
conditions.
This particular room had to be done custom because
I've never
the
used it.
length
I don't know if they're any
wasn't
good or not.
long enough to set it up.
Yeah.
Our ceiling height was lower. There were soffits in here that had to be taken into consideration. So everything was done on a custom basis.
Now, if you had a room that was the right size, what would it cost you for this theater, not counting the electronic equipment?
Around $25,000.
When you spend that much on the room, you're going to want the latest in video technology, and this room has it. There's a home version of the Lucas THX sound system with special
Exactly. Who would?
to surround you with movie sound.
I guess this guy did.
Top-of-the-line Pioneer Laserdisc player gives the best quality pictures, and this cutting-edge Harman video projector gives you the next best thing to high-definition delivery.
I mean, I like the idea of having the seats and everything.
figure on this electronic equipment, the sound and the video?
About $35,000.
So this room altogether is around 60 grand.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right. The cost of the equipment in that video dedicated room is approximately $35,000. But for an HD TV equivalent room right now, well,
that's like a lifetime
nuts to me.
Movie theater going experience.
I know the people who do have satellite TV systems.
You can probably see, like,
I'll tell you this about big screen projection TV.
let's see.
It looks terrific, and it's really come along.
During this time period, you can see like 10,000 movies
where you would go
for
into
that
the
price.
sports bar and you have to line up right in front of the set in order to see the picture. Now you can look at it from any angle, just like a movie.
Wait.
Even if you don't have the money, I think one of the messages on this
10,000.
section of the show that we're really giving
He's rich,
is
who
that it is
wouldn't?
worth checking out because the technology.
Yeah, that's
is
true.
really
You know, Gene, both Sharp and Panasonic have one lens systems.
But in 10 years from this video, he spent all that money, and like that technology is like obsolete for the most part.
And that's not bad. Our next video segment.
It's certainly not high end.
Up the entrance to the dining room.
On the ground.
A lot of fun.
Well, watching vintage TV is one of my favorite pastimes. I love the. I'm a Title I.
All right.
The holiday video gift guide.
He's playing piano.
Vibraphone. Hey, Lionel Hampton.
Here's a great Christmas gift for your VCR. It's the 1993 edition of Roger Ebert's.
For your VCR. Okay, is that the last of them? I guess so. They only did a few years of these gift guides. Damn. All right. Well, let's end it on something different here. Let's go. Oh my God, look at that thumbnail. Just take a peek at this for a little bit and then call it. 60 grand for something that can be done by just having some seats and a projector. Yeah, exactly. Just put some chairs down. Projector. Seriously. Video game commercial archive. Let's take a peek at this here to see what we got.
Dear Atari Anonymous, my son Boris has a missile command problem.
My mission in life is to save all of mankind.
Lately, my daughter has developed a similar problem with Atari Warlords. Now with video pinball, my husband is acting funny lately. With Atari dance so ingenious, so involving, so intense, I ask you, Atari Anonymous, is this problem contagious?
Okay, Atari, let's see your best pitch.
Is that Pete Rose? No. Oh my God, the quality is so bad.
The Atari video computer system is 20 cartridges with 1,300 game variations you play on your own TV set.
You can't keep me in here, Atari.
Back in there is so cheesy, and I know they were real cheesy.
Your tonight, play it.
Hopefully the quality. Okay.
Down deep inside of every man, there's a little boy, an Atari fan, and without any doubt, the boy will come out when he plays a game from Atari. Have you played Atari today?
Give a man an Atari game and he'll turn into a little boy. But don't worry.
Or a crazed maniac.
To share it.
He looked like he was a crazed maniac. Atari sold the 2600 at Butter Console around the time. Anyways, yes, they did. Atari hung around for a while, the 2600. They made the 5200, which kind of bombed. I think they made a 7800.
Which means that when you play them on an Atari home video
but it was always back to the 2600.
Like this.
But I will say, I think they sold more than like Intellivision and ColecoVision. ColecoVision was a better system in so many ways. This is before my time, but I've done research a little bit on it, like watching reviews and Let's Plays, and from what I've seen, ColecoVision was better than Atari.
I'd like an Atari 2600 system, please, and everything that goes with it. Everything? You sure want everything? I want everything. Now you get a new low price, up to $30 a rebate office, and a free Pac-Man. Is that everything? It's not everything. You can get nearly 300 different cartridges. 300? That's nothing. Something, but it's not everything. Soon there'll be a voice module, trackball, remote control joysticks, and a computer keyboard. It's amazing. It's amazing, but it's not everything. It's not everything. Soon there'll be educational games.
Tried selling the 2600 in Japan as well. That was a flop. That's interesting. I never really thought about how Atari did in Japan. Do you know Nolan Bushnell? He founded Atari, right? Do you know that he ended up he was the founder of Chuck E. Cheese? Nolan Bushnell. And back in the day, Atari, anybody who worked there, it was like a super party atmosphere. Everybody like smoked pot, you know, there were women, drugs, like it was wild. 2600 from Atari. Toys R Us kid.
There's a million toys at Toys R Us that we can play with.
Turn on the Atari 2600 video game system.
$59.84.
$59.84 after a $30 manufacturer.
That's not bad.
$59.84. And get a
$59.84.
$60 coupon book toward purchase of other selected 2600 items. The Atari 5200 is just $119.84 after a $30 rebate. And now get Atari 2600 cartridges like these.
Bad. I know. I was thinking that too. Oh man, when they used to always copy their arcade games on Atari, and poorly. Yeah, Pac-Man was notoriously bad.
A fly.
From what I've seen, I never played it.
A mutant fly.
I grew up on NES and Super Nintendo.
You need some protection.
That noise.
Ion zone.
It sucks so bad.
Shift from intensify. Okay.
I have no nostalgia, and I maybe that's why. But anytime I played these
a formidable enemy.
Golden Age games, like they all kind of suck. Like I think Space Invaders kind of sucks. I think Pac-Man kind of sucks personally. I do like Asteroids a little bit.
Tricks up his sleeve. Spiral.
Oh, this is
Good move, Yar.
What's this game called?
Now I have a surprise for you. Zorlon Cannon. Use it, Yar.
This is from the guy who made E.T.
Fire again.
Fun fact.
Got him.
I can't remember the game name though.
That's
I'm having
revenge. Yar's Revenge.
Yar's Revenge. That's it.
Well, this could be fun. This could be.
Yar's Revenge. That was made by a new guy that Atari hired, and he made this. And then I think he made Indiana Jones game on Atari, but he definitely made E.T.
A lot of fun like this.
Yar's Revenge. The commercials were better than the console. And the packaging. You look at like Atari packaging, the game's like
disintegrate.
Nothing like the packaging.
Deeper space.
Remember the E.T. game.
Okay. Sector 11.
Here's a hot take. E.T. game is not the worst game ever. Not even close. Hold on, we'll go back to this. I just want to check out 90's real quick. See how different it is. We're just kind of getting a little sample here. I think on the next stream, we'll dig deeper into these ads. Oh, creepy. Oh, it's Toy Story. It's like Doom music almost. It's like you're playing Doom or something. Atari games keep getting compilations now. We have Atari VCS. Yep.
On Groundhog Day. Make that Hedgehog Day.
Sonic.
Did you see the shadow? Look up! Sonic 3. February 7th.
It definitely don't make any sense, and his neck looked like a big mouth. Sorry, the volume is all over the place. Yeah, the compilations, like, a lot of them did that. Midway, you know, the classic Midway compilations. They even have their own little systems, like the Atari Flashback, I think it was called. I don't know. I've played a lot of those games just because I felt like I should. Oh, I forgot about Game Boy. Also, there's no sound in my left ear right now. remember this commercial for some reason. The Crash one? I remember it. Toe Jam. One of my favorite Genesis. One of my favorite Genesis games.
Sure thing, Dad.
It's Bart versus the Space Mutants for your NES.
Oh God.
Only Bart
Hated this
Simpson can
game.
save. Get the Simpsons game for your NES from Acclaim. Bart!
Hated that game.
Come on, Mario, jump!
Is this a commercial for milk or Mario 64?
The calcium in milk helps bones grow.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
You will believe an ass this fat.
I don't remember that commercial.
This small.
I'm not fat. I'm getting in shape.
You better be. Because South Park is under attack.
I don't remember this game.
Okay, you're going to jail. Oh, I get to pop. Hey, stupid, I'm over here.
Oh, loud.
Comedy Central South Park, now on PlayStation.
Free Mega Mushroom. Oh, yeah. What was the first one that had Mega Mushroom? Was it 3D World?
The beast is back.
Is this part 2?
On the system that keeps pounding out the hits.
Sorry, the volume is all over the place.
Donkey Kong Country 2.
It is Donkey Kong Country 2.
It's even tougher than the original.
That game sucked. Which New Super Mario Brothers? Which game sucked? Okay, it's New Super Mario Brothers. Look at this.
But wait, you can play it too. This free Sonic 2 is a $54.99 value. You get 2 Sonics for the price of one.
Sorry guys, the
Sonic
volume
2 fits
is
easily into any tackle
all
box.
over the place.
For years of family fun, and pets love it too. Buy the Sega Genesis that comes with Sonic 1 and get Sonic 2 free. Act now. Wiener Dog Sweater sold separately.
Smash Brothers. Oh, South Park game. Oh, okay. You never played it. I think it had 4-player.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo.
This is a good commercial. I like that commercial a lot.
Smash Brothers, where all your favorite characters go toe-to-toe
Hold on,
in one four.
I want to see that again. Freaking Mario cheap shot.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world
Oh.
of Nintendo. Introducing Super Smash Brothers.
It's awesome.
All your favorite characters go toe-to-toe.
I don't remember this Smash commercial.
Slam Fest only on Nintendo 64.
That is a good commercial.
2 superheroes, Dashing Super Guy and Kirby from Nintendo. In some ways, Kirby lost big. No big hair, no big muscles, no weapons, nothing.
I've never seen a white Kirby.
Appetite.
Except Game Boy, kind of. Oh, there it is. There's Game Boy. That's a good game. That's a really good game.
He's Kirby, and he packs a mean bite. Kirby's Dream Land, only on Game Boy.
That's weird. The interesting thing about Smash 64 is that it wasn't originally going to release outside of Japan until... Wow. Can you imagine?
I'll be right back.
I wonder why. To me, like...
Catch all 150 Pokemon.
Smash Brothers was such a good idea. It was like guaranteed success.
Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all. Games and systems sold separately.
Fun fact, that's the only Pokemon game I've ever played through and beaten. Second one. Remember when Kirby was supposed to be white? I don't know. I did not know that. That's just weird. He should be pink. Kirby looked rather creepy in that. Yeah. That didn't settle with me right. I didn't like that.
Your brother gave you the flu. Your best friend gave you chicken pox. It's payback time with help from Dr. Mario. Go ahead.
Make him play Dr. Mario. No, that's a good game.
Then contaminate, exterminate, and spread the viruses. When you score, You infect your opponent, make them sweat, run a fever, get the chills. Dr. Mario, with 2 players, it's germ warfare.
Can I play?
Sure. When is too much, too much? To find out who cracked everything.
I put this commercial in my Let's Play of Yoshi, or yeah, Yoshi.
Huge Yoshi tricks, all served up with the latest graphic technology, Morphmation.
It's disgusting.
Room for another little bonus level.
This commercial's gross. Kirby games after that typically look cute, but are actually secretly dark.
Super Mario World 2, only on the Super NES. Still the big one.
I guess I can see that. Tony Hawk. If you actually think about the commercial, they are crushing helpless Pokemon in a bus. Well, there's a lot. I mean, a lot of these commercials are like pretty dark and twisted. You have Mario turning heel against Yoshi.
Tony Hawk's pro skater. Now everyone
You have
can skate like Tony.
a large man stuffing his belly until he explodes.
Okay, last week Harley and I reviewed Ultra Enviroman. Whack!
I don't know what this commercial.
It has got to go.
Whack.
So today we're gonna take a look at Battletoads. Rocket!
Yeah.
They got Psycho Pigs and Turbo Thwacking. And with kick fighting, surfing, babe saving. How can you go
Babe
wrong?
saving.
So freak for Battletoads and these other games from Trade West, Nintendo Entertainment, or Game Boy systems required.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Introducing GoldenEye 007. And the first Bond adventure.
The first Bond adventure?
Where you direct the action.
Okay. The traditional Kirby games that the final boss is some abomination. Really? I don't remember that. I don't think I've beaten too many Kirby games. I beat the Game Boy one back in the day. I beat Kirby's Dream Course. That's a great game. Duke Nukem. Kicking ass and chewing bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. This was cool back then. Yes, this was cool. I'm really curious to see in like 20 years, like looking back in like the 2000s and 2020s and all that, like what's gonna be the thing to laugh at? Is it gonna be TikTok?
Royal Rumble from Acclaim.
This game sucks.
With more wrestling superstars and more specialty moves than ever before. 16 Meg Mayhem, incredible 6 men in the ring action, in the ring, out of the ring.
It's over 10 years.
WWF
Is that for
on Super NES and now on Genesis.
what was it called?
Stories, Grandpa. No way, dude! I'm having a most radically bodacious experience with this speedrun game gear. Remember old Birdie? Wow!
Oh my god, this
Typical color screen, man. Filthy graphics and a free game. Oh, those were the days.
Those were the days.
TV, wow, excellent with headphones.
Oh, Duke Nukem. Well, that's true, but they did add a lot of expansions. Like there were a ton, and they made Duke Nukem 64, which was kind of different. They made like a lot of like expansions and offshoots. Also, Twisted Metal is awesome.
It's Twisted Metal 4.
Twisted Metal 4. If it's from LJN, it's probably something angry for me. Yeah. Well, it's funny. We saw Siskel and Ebert reviewing the LJN video art. I don't know if you saw that episode that AVGN did.
It's Game Boy camera.
Game Boy camera and printer.
Any Game Boy. Just pick a friend, pick a nose, pick a friend.
Pick a nose.
Eyes, ears, whatever. You can animate it. Then with
Yeah,
a
it's all
printer,
over
you
the
can print it
place.
out and stick it wherever you want. We call it
Photography.
camera. Make fun of everyone.
His Game & Watch right there. Okay. Alright, well that's going to be a stream. On the next one, we're going to do more of this stuff, I think. We're also going to look at E3. We're still not done with old E3s. I think we're on 1998 or 9 for E3. So, yeah. Hell yeah, Twisted Metal was awesome. You know what's funny? Like in Twisted Metal, I used to hate Axel, the guy with the wheels, but then I started using him, and it turns out Axel's the best. You ever watch Scott the Woz? Yes, Scott the Woz is good. He's got some good stuff. Yes, we're going to do more E3. I think we're gonna probably maybe next stream we'll do a little bit of both. We do like a little bit of, because I also want to look at here. I want to remind myself of my browser history. This is going to be pretty fun. Take a sneak peek at this. This might be fun to watch too. But yeah, okay. Some of these ads can get a little weird, so that might be cool. But okay. Here, you guys want to see? Here, I'm going to show you one. We'll end on a very specific ad that I saw a while ago. Check this out. Ready? Hopefully, I don't give you nightmares. We just okay. I'll go back and check. I think you might be right. Actually, 1999. I think now that you mention it. This is fucking creepy, dude. He's on break now. What the fuck is that? Why would you... Search up McDonald's Sonic toy bootleg thing. Okay. Is it an image or a video? Why would you make these ads? It's the multiple sports one? Oh, is it a Scott the Woz video or? Oh my god, it's the worst. It is the absolute worst. Oh, it's a commercial? Okay. Oh my god, it's the worst. That is the worst. McDonald's Sonic toy bootleg. Is it this one? The Pakistan.
McDonald's is like a gives life.
Okay.
Soccer.
Song's pretty catchy.
Sonic skateboard. Rogue and Emmy tennis.
Oh my god, it's like a
Green flower catch.
Excuse me?
Shadow basketball. Knuckles baseball.
I want one of those.
जी भरकर फिर खेलें,
It's like
हल्ला गुल्ला मचाएं और दोस्तों को भी बतलाएं, चलो चल कर हैप्पी मील खाएं, चलो चले मैकडॉनल्ड्स से सैका गेम्स लाएं.
Oh my god. Wow. It's like they're like little Tiger Electronics. Wow, that is bad. The song's catchy. Shoot, I might need to use that song for some of my Let's Play intros. That's a catchy song.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Sonic skateboard.
I'm surprised they call it soccer. I would think they would call it football.
Rope and Emmy tennis. Green puff flower catch.
I want to do a Let's Play
Shadow basketball.
of one of these things.
Knuckles baseball. जी भरकर फिर खेलें, खूब हल्ला गुल्ला मचाएं और दोस्तों को भी बतलाएं, चलो चलकर हैप्पी मील खाएं, चलो चले मैकडॉनल्ड्स से सैका गेम्स लाएं.
It's kind of catchy. It doesn't. I know, right? You're right. The images look real bad. And the animation is so bad. Oh my gosh. I could probably make something more that looks better than this, and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh gosh. All right. Well, on that note, now we're really gonna have nightmare fuel. Looks like a normal bunny. Well, thanks all for hanging out. We will be back, and for more retro random creepiness, either E3 or old commercials or old reviews of technology, stuff like that. So yeah, me too. It is late. I started late because I wanted to start after the Super Bowl, because but all right, I will catch you on the next one. It's been fun. Later.